Hello dear students, good evening, welcome to Maths IPE classes by NEET World. This is your Abhilash Sir, Mathematics faculty. So today we will be doing part 2 of the, what is that, 2A VSAQs. Already we have done, what is that, LAQs of 2A, LAQs of 2B, SAQs of 2A, SAQs of 2B. And when it comes to VSAQs, part A, that is part 1 is already done for what is that 2A. Okay, you can check the playlist. And when it comes to this part, we are covering the remaining topics that are there for VSAQs from 2A, because tomorrow itself you are having the exam. So already your IP exams are started, and you have already given what, the language papers, that is some of you would have given Sanskrit, other languages, and coming to main language, that is English, already it is over. Whatever is over, if you have done well, fine. If it is average, no need to worry. Now starts your core paper, be it your mathematics, physics, chemistry if you are MPC student, and if it is botany, zoology, physics and chemistry if you are BPC students. So please focus now, okay, and please give the exam with a calm mind. I know you are all prepared well, okay. Now this session will help you just to revise the VSAQs in a very quick amount of time. Just see the what methods that we are following, so that you can solve the same thing in the examination when similar or same question comes in the tomorrow's paper. Okay. Now before starting this, I would like to inform you about our playlist. So see here, if I talk about the playlist, see here, when it comes to Maths 2A, you have already done, okay, the LAQs of all the chapters that are there. Okay, you can go through the playlist and you can watch whichever topic you want. I don't suggest you to watch all the chapters now. Okay, whichever topic you are finding it difficult, you can watch the LAQs in a 2x speed, you can watch it and you can understand. Any question if I say important, I have told in the session, means please practice it once. Okay. Then when it comes to SAQs also we have the this one. What is that? SAQ also we have done for Maths 2A, and now VSAQ. See here, when it comes to Maths 2A VSAQ, see here, already part 1 is done. I want you people to watch this today. Okay, don't miss this session. Already we have done just 2 hours. Okay, you watch it in 2x speed, you will be able to cover it. Okay. Now same thing we will be following for 2B also. 2B also there is a playlist where we have done all the topics, LAQs and also SAQs, and VSAQ will be doing, okay, tomorrow and day after tomorrow. Immediately after your exam, you will be having 2B VSAQs. Okay, it will be done in 2 parts. Okay, part 1 and part 2, so that we cover maximum questions. Clear, friends? So let us start the discussion, friends. Now let us come back to our discussion. Same thing goes for your physics, chemistry, botany, zoology also. All the content is covered. Okay, please go through the playlist for your quick revision, or if you are having doubt in any concept or any topic. So let us start with the discussion. So today we will be doing the VSAQs pertaining to the certain chapters. So see here, observe here, all of you. Now when we talk about VSAQs, already we have done complex numbers, De Moivre's theorem, quadratic expressions, theory of equations. Today in this session we will be covering what? Permutation and combination, binomial theorem, measures of dispersion, random variables and probability distribution. So VSAQs pertaining to these chapters we will be covering. Already the first 4 chapters you are covered in part 1. Please watch that, okay, if you have not watched it. Okay, let us start with the discussion. First chapter that we have, that is for today's session, is permutation and combination. Okay. So and also the order of attempt in the questions, I will tell you. First attend LAQs, okay, then attend SAQs, that is for 7 mark, then 4 mark. Okay, once your 7 mark are done, you are already secured 35 marks out of your 75. You will get that confidence. Then what you have to do? Attend, what is that? What is that? You have to attend SAQs, that is 4 mark question. Then you will get 20 marks. Then attend SAQs, remaining 20 marks. Clear, friends? This will make your life easier when it comes to attempting the paper and time management also. Okay, so follow this for all the subjects I would suggest. Okay, now when it comes to 2A, 2B, 1A, 1B, you have to follow. 1A is already done. For 1B, please follow this. Clear, friends? So let us start with the discussion on VSAQs. 1A, 1B, you could have followed this method itself. Anyways, I hope most of you would have followed this method itself. Now let us start with permutation and combination. Okay. So let us start with the discussion, friends. So see here, they have given this chapter 5 permutation and combination. Chapter 5 for permutation and combination. So they are asking, find the number of ways of arranging the letters of the word independence. So this is the first question, friends. So find the number of ways of arranging the letters of the word, what is that? Independence. Okay, letters of the word, what is that? Independence. So let us start with the discussion. So first question. So they are asking number of ways of arranging the letters of the word independence. Independence. See, number of ways of arranging the letters of any word is given, means you have to do how many ways? It is the number of letters. Number of letters is n, means it is n factorial ways. Okay, but certain times the letters that is given, there will be repetition, or the word that is given, there will be repetition. In such a case, what to do? Now see here, number of ways of arranging independence. Now see here, first what you have to do? First write down independence. Given word is, write down like this. Then okay, number of letters. Number of letters in independence is what? Okay, number of letters. So see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Correct na? So let us take up the question again. Number of letters of the word independence only, right? Yes, it is independence only. Word independence. So n is what here? 12. Okay, here n is what? So please focus here. If you have any doubt, put it in the comment section. I will repeat again if you have any doubt. So here number of letters is what? N. Okay, number of letters is what? N, that is equal to 12. Okay, that is equal to 12. Number of letters is what? 12. Now see here, okay, out of this there are certain letters which is having repetition. Let us see that those letters which is having repetition. So let me use some other color. Those letters which are having repetition are, see here, I is not having repetition, N is having repetition, yes, N is repeating here. Okay, N is repeating here. Now what about D? D is repeating, see here, D is repeating. Okay, and what about E? E is repeating here multiple times. E is repeating here, E is repeating here, E is repeating here. What else? P is not repeating, and that's all. So these are the letters that are repeating. Now let us write down. So P1. Okay, P1 is what? Okay, P1 is what? Number of times the letter N is repeating. The letter N is repeating how many times? 1, 2 and 3. That is, let me write it as 3. Okay, let me write this as what? 3. Now P2. P2 is what? You have to write down number of times the letter, what is it? D is repeating. P2 is, let me take it as 2. P2, let me take it as 2. You have to write down in letters. Okay, number of times the letter D is repeating, that is P2 is 2. You should write it. Okay, then only you will get full marks. Then P3. P3 is what? E. E is how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times. Correct na? 4 times it is repeating. So these are the letters that is having repetition. So these are the letters that is having repetition. Or in front of this, you can write this as what? I can write this as N is equal to P1. This is what? D is equal to P2. I can write it, and this is what? E is equal to P3. Okay, E is equal to P3. Now you can write what? Number of ways of arranging the letter independence is, number of ways of arranging the letter independence is equal to, what is it? It is n factorial ways divided by P1 factorial, okay, P1 factorial into P2 factorial into P3 factorial. Okay, why? Because there is repetition of the letters, that is N, D and E. N is how many times there is, now letter is there? N, 3. Capital N I am talking about. D is 2 times, E is 4 times. So you have to write that. Okay, so you got to write that. Now if I talk about this, the answer will be what? N is what here, friends? N is 12. See here, N is 12. So N is 12 factorial. This is N factorial, means 12 factorial. It will become P1 is what? P1 is 3 factorial into, what is it? 3 factorial into, what is that we have? P2 is 2 factorial into, what is it? Into 4 factorial. That's all is the answer, friends. Okay, you can calculate this. Okay, 12 factorial by 3 factorial into 2 factorial into 4 factorial. That is the final answer, friends. You can leave it like this. Okay, you can leave it like this. So this is the final answer. Okay, you should not think this as 2 factorial. That's why I am putting bracket. This is 12 factorial. Clear, friends? Divided by 3 factorial into 2 factorial into 4 factorial. Very simple question. Okay, so let us go to the next question. So for such questions, what is it? You have to focus on the number of times that some letters are repeating. Okay, see, first you should write down what? Number of letters, that is N. But certain letters will be repeating. That letters you have to divide by N factorial. You have to divide by the letters that are repeating. How many times it is repeating? Suppose if it is repeating 3 times, 3 factorial, 4 times 4 factorial, 5 times 5 factorial, like that. Okay, now see here, look at this question. They have given what? If NP3 is equal to 1320, find N. Next thing, sub question. See, they have asked this in 22 again, 18, 2009. Okay, and this is May 2024. Last year question they have asked. See here. Okay, May 2024, 17, 15. NP7 is equal to 42 times NP5. Find N. So here NP3 is equal to 1320. Find N. Okay, let us take up this question. What is the question that we have, friends? Focus here, all of you, very important. Question number 2. So it is, if NP3 is equal to 1320, they are asking us to find n. They are asking us to find n. They are asking us to find n. If NP3 is equal to 1320, they are asking us to find n. First of all, you should know what NP3. Okay, permutation and combination. Permutation and combination. Combination means what? It is selection. Permutation means what? It is arrangement. So permutation is represented by what? NPR, that is n factorial by n minus r factorial. Okay, and if you talk about combination, combination is NCR is given by what? N factorial by n minus r factorial into r factorial. So I will tell you, okay, in the upcoming question I will tell you the relation between NCR and NPR. Now see here, they are telling NP3 is equal to, so solution. So see here, given NP3 is equal to what? NP3 is equal to 1320. We have to find n, correct na? So NP3 is equal to 1320. I can write it as what, friends? I can write it as 132 into 10. I can write it like this. I can factorize like this. Then further I can do what? NP3, looking at this, I can write easily. I can write this as what? NP3. This is what? 132 is nothing but what? This is nothing but 12 into 11. So 12 times are 120. 12 11s are another 12 if you add, that is 132. So this is what? 12 into 11 into 10. 12 into 11 into 10. That is what? NP3. So NP3 can be written as what? 12 into 11 into 10 means it is nothing but what? It is nothing but 12P3. Okay, it is nothing but what? 12P3. So therefore, what is it that we will getting? We are getting n is equal to what? We are getting n is equal to 12. Okay, we are getting what? N is equal to 12. So NP3 is nothing but what? 12P3. Okay, NP3 is equal to what? 12P3. That is what we are getting. So see here, friends, if I have something like NPR, okay, NPR, this can be written as what? N factorial by n minus r factorial. N minus entire thing, n minus r factorial. If I am having something like 8P3, I don't have to do this. What I will do is, I will write 8 factorial by 8 minus 3 factorial. I have to write na. That is what I have to do na. Instead of that, what I will do? 8 into 7 into 6. Why? Because the number here is what? 3. So here divided by what? I can write this as divided by 3 factorial. That's all. I will get the perfect answer. So here 3 factorial means here I should multiply by 3 numbers. Okay, 8 and previous 2 numbers. That is total 3 numbers. If it is 4 factorial, 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 divided by 4 factorial. Like that we have to do. Okay. Now next question, friends. Here the value of n is what? 12. Okay. Why I wrote like this? 12 into 11 into 10 means here the denominator will be what? 3. So that means what? 12P3. So here n is what? 12. So in the value of n is 12. Clear, friends? This is how you have got to solve this question. Now question number 3. Very important. See here. Please focus. Mamata Bharat Kumar, Matam Baram Kumar. Hi, good evening. Please focus. This class will be highly helpful for you. Tomorrow's class, tomorrow's examination, you will be getting most of the questions from here or similar questions or the concept. I don't say similar or same, from this concept. So please focus on the concept so that you can remember. Okay. Tomorrow's exam, when you see the paper, you will not panic. Okay. Just think about the class, you will be able to remember. I wanted to watch part 1 also. Okay. Please watch it. Now see here the second question from this part only, that is, if NP7 is equal to 42 times NP5, 42 times NP5, find n, they are telling, Now focus. Okay, along with the questions, I am not just solving the questions, it is not about getting the answer. Along with that, I will be telling the concept, because any questions comes from this chapter, you should be able to solve. Okay, see here, this is the question that they were asking last year, 2024. So you can expect certain questions from this type this year also. So clear? Now see here, NP7 is equal to 42, then NP7 is equal to 42 times NP5, find n, they are telling. Now I can write this as solution. See, solution is what I can write it? Given, what is it given? What is given? NP7 is equal to 42 times NP5. Okay, you have to write it each and every step. Then this implies NP7, I can write it as what? NP7, I can write it as what? NP7 means what, friends? N factorial by what is it? N minus 7 factorial, correct na? N minus 7 factorial, n factorial by n minus 7 factorial, correct? Then this is equal to 42 times n factorial by n minus 5 factorial, correct? Therefore I have to write the reason here, we have to write the reason, very important. Therefore I should write it as what? NPR is equal to what? N factorial by n minus r factorial. This is the reason you got to write it. Okay, that is what you have applied here. That is the reason you have to write it here. Then only you will get complete marks. Okay, then only you will get 75 out of 75. So focus. Now see here. Now n factorial is there, n factorial is there, I can cancel definitely. Here 42 is there, but before that focus. See here, I am having n minus 7 factorial, here I am having what, n minus 5 factorial. This n minus 5 factorial I can write it as what? First let me cancel n factorial, I am having what? This is 1 by n minus 7 factorial into, I can write this as what? 1 by n minus 5 into n minus 6 into n minus 7 factorial, correct na? Into n minus 7 factorial. N minus 7 factorial, this is what I can write this. Okay. So, I am having what, 1, this 42 will be there, this 42 will be here itself. So, this will become what, n minus 7 factorial, n minus 5, n minus 6 into n minus 7 factorial, n minus 7 factorial, n minus 7 factorial I can cancel. So, I am left with what, I am left with just this thing. Okay. If I send it this side, I will be having what friends, n minus 5 into n minus 6 is equal to what, 42. Okay, n minus 5 into n minus 6 is equal to 42. Let us factorize 42. How to factorize 42? I can write it as 21 into 2, or I can write it as what, in simple form I can write it as what, 6 into 7, correct? I can write it as what, 6 into 7. So, n minus 5 into n minus 6, I can write it as what friends, 6 into 7, because 6 into 7 gives us 42. So, I can write it as what, n minus 5 is equal to 6 or n minus 5 is equal to 7, n minus 6 is equal to 6 or n minus 6 is equal to 7, anything will give us the value of n. So, let me write this as, therefore, I am having, therefore, n minus 5 is equal to 6 and n minus 6 is equal to 7. Let us write it like this. Okay. Or I can write it as n minus 6 is equal to 6 and n minus 5 is equal to 7. Okay. Let us take this. So, this implies n is equal to what, 6 plus 5, 11, and n is equal to what, 6 plus 7, that is 13, or this implies what, n minus 6 is, n is equal to 6 plus 6, 12, and n is equal to 7 plus 5, 12. Okay. 7 plus 5, 12. So, this is what, 6 plus 6, 12, this is 7 plus 5, 12. So, what is the value we will get? The value of n? Value of n will be equal to 12, correct na? The value of n will be equal to 12. So, this is what, see here, n minus 5 is equal to 6. Let me observe first. 7 into 6. 7 into 6, this will be. Okay, let us not complicate this much. Okay, let us take a single way. Okay, let us take single way. So let us write the bigger value with the bigger value. So see here, bigger value with the bigger value. So see here, n minus 5, out of n minus 5 and n minus 6, which is bigger, n minus 5 is bigger, n minus 6 is smaller. So let me write it as what, 7 into 6. So this will be equal to what? This will be equal to 7 and this will be equal to 6. This will be equal to 6. So this gives me what? N is equal to 5 plus 7, and this gives me what? Or this gives me, or I can write it, or this gives me n minus, n is equal to 6 plus 6. So that means what? N is equal to 7 plus 5, 12, or n is equal to 6 plus 6, 12. So therefore n is equal to what? N is equal to 12. So this is how you got to solve this question. So bigger value, bigger value. So n minus 5 is a bigger value. Anything if you reduce by a smaller value, that will be a bigger value. Anything if you reduce with a bigger value, that will be a smaller value. So out of 5 and 6, okay, n minus 5 is a bigger value, n minus 6 is a smaller value. So you correlate bigger value with the bigger number, that is 7, smaller value with the smaller number, that is 6. Clear? This you will be able to do. Clear friends? Let us move to the next question. Let us move to the next question friends. Let us move to the next question. Observe everyone, please focus. So see here, they are asking, find the number of ways of preparing a chain with 6 different colored beads. Okay, number of ways of preparing a chain with 6 different colored beads. Number of ways of preparing a chain with 6 different colored beads. Okay, number of ways of preparing a chain with 6 different colored beads. What is the question number? Question number is, now it is 4. Okay, let us take the question number. This is 4. Okay, number of ways. Let me take the solution. Number of ways of preparing n different colored beads, n different colored beads is given by what? This is very important, you have to make a note. Okay, 6 different colored beads they have asked. n different colored bits. N different colored bits means the formula is n minus 1 factorial divided by 2. Okay, it is what? N minus 1 factorial divided by 2. Okay, number of ways of preparing n different colored bits is n minus 1 factorial divided by 2. Here what? Here they are talking about 6 different colored bits. Here n is equal to 6. Therefore, we are having, okay, therefore this implies what I am having, n minus 1 means this is 6 minus 1 factorial divided by 2. 6 minus 1 factorial divided by 2. That is nothing but what? 6 minus 1 is 5 factorial. 5 factorial by 2. 5 factorial is what, friends? That is 120. 120 divided by 2. Okay, this is the final answer, friends. 120 divided by 2, that is nothing but equal to what, friends? 120. 5 factorial 120 means that is 60. The final answer is what? 60. You have to write the wordings, everything. Okay, here are directly taken, here n is equal to 6. So therefore, the number of ways of preparing 6 different colored beads, okay, is equal to, here n is equal to 6. That means 6 minus 1. All these things you have to write. Okay, it is what? N minus 1 factorial divided by 2. That's it. Clear, friends? Let us move to the next question. Let us move to the next question, friends. Find the number of ways arranging the letters of the word mathematics. Okay, arranging the letters of the word mathematics. Okay, question number 5. Question number 5. So, arranging the letters of the word mathematics. I have told already for independence. So, mathematics, how do you do it? Very important, mathematics. Okay, mathematics, the word asked multiple times, same word. So, see here mathematics, first number of letters. Number of letters. Number of letters. How many letters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, there are how many? N is equal to how much? 11. N is equal to how much? 11. Correct na? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, now if you talk about repetition, what are the letters that are repeating? M is repeating 1, 2 times. Okay, M is, let me write it as P1, that is repeating 2 times. What about A? A is repeating 2 times. A is repeating 2 times, that is A is equal to, let me write it as P2, that is repeating how many times, friends? So, A is repeating how many times? Focus here. A is repeating how many times? So, see here 1, 2 times it is repeating. Okay, what about other letters? T, what about T? T is repeating 2 times. Okay, T is repeating 2 times. P3, that is repeating 2 times. Then what about H? H is not repeating. E is not repeating. Okay, what about I, C, S? That's it. Okay, that's it, friends. So, number of ways of arranging is given by n factorial by, this is P1 factorial into P2 factorial into P3 factorial. This what? P2 factorial into what is this? P3 factorial. That's all. N factorial by P1 factorial and P2 factorial by P3 factorial. That's it. Here n is what? 11. So, we can write this as what? This will be equal to 11 factorial divided by what is it? P1 factorial is 2 factorial into 2 factorial into 2 factorial. This is the final answer, friends. This is the final answer, that is 11 factorial by 2 factorial into 2 factorial into 2 factorial. That's it. Okay. This is the final answer, friends. This is the final answer. So, this is how you have to solve it. Here please put the bracket, otherwise they may think it is 1 factorial and you may lose the marks. So, please put the bracket. Okay, clear. Now, before proceeding to the next question, I would like to tell you, here at NEET World, we are starting the crash course immediately after your examination, that is your board examination, that is your IPE examination. We are starting the crash course, that is from when? March 16th. That is from when? March 16th. Okay, March 16th. We are starting the crash course here at Narayanguda and other branches, that is at Kukat, that is KPHB also. Okay, we are having the branch there also, we are starting the crash course, but main branch is this one, that is Narayanguda. We are starting the crash course. Okay, for what? For first thing is for EAP set. EAP set. Okay, what is the stream? For both MPC and also BIPC. For both MPC and also BIPC, already students have started enrolling. Please book your seat. Okay, if you come early, you will get the discount also. Okay, MPC and also BIPC. For more details, okay, our people will come to work. Our people will contact you if you come and contact here. Okay, that is if you come to the branch, our people will contact you, and if you want, you can contact through our website also, and our people will contact you. They will get back to you. Okay. Now, next thing is NEET UG. NEET UG also crash course, that is for BIPC stream, and JEE, no, there is no crash course. It is not practical to have a crash course for JEE. Okay. So, we are having for EPSET, that is MPC and BIPC, and also NEET UG, and the detailed schedule regarding the same will be released very shortly, be it for MPC stream, be it maths, physics and chemistry schedule, and also botany, zoology schedule. That is from March 16 till your examination, what is the schedule, what is the test that will be having, how many full length tests you will be having, how many weekly tests you will be having, everything, each and every minute detail will be shared to you. And the DPPs that will be covering everything regarding that details will be shared to you. Clear, friends? So, let us proceed to the next question, friends. Let us proceed to the next question. For further details, you can contact on this number. Okay. You can contact on my number itself, I will be sharing it. You can contact, just WhatsApp me, or you can call me also, and just tell for crash course, be it for MPC or BPC. I will continue class. Just a small announcement, I will continue class. Okay. Shruti, please have please have time to attend the class. Okay, please watch the class, this will be highly useful for you. So, let us continue with the class. 7619400596. So, this is the number you can save. Okay. So, let us continue with the class, friends. So, this is the, what is the question we have to solve now? Okay, look at this. Look at this question. This is the fifth question, but we have already solved how many questions? 5 questions are done. This is the sixth question we have to solve. So, see here, observe, friends, they are telling, they have asked this one last year 2024, very important. See here, March 2024, that is last year itself they have asked this question. If 12p5 plus 5 times 12p4, that is last year in the previous year, okay, 12p5 plus 5 times 12p4 is equal to 13p1, find R they are telling. Okay, if 12p5 plus 5 times 12p4 is equal to 13p1, okay, they are asking us to find R. So, let us take up this question, question number 6. Okay, location you want, location is Shruti, location is you can contact on this number for the further details, otherwise it will interrupt the class. Anyways, it is Narayanguda, location is Narayanguda. Okay, location is Narayanguda, friends. See, you call to our institute number and you tell my name, you will get the discount. Okay, definitely you will get discount. You tell, call and tell Abhilash Sir, you will get discount. I will share the institute number also, 46381. Complete study material will also be given to you. Okay. So, let us continue with the class, friends. Enough of this, because we have a lot of questions to cover and I do not want to waste your time, because you have to revise a lot, I know. Please focus on the class. For this chapter, if you are watching this class, any question which you feel tough, only that question you practice, otherwise just watch the class, this will be enough when it comes to these questions, VSAQs, I mean this chapter VSAQs. What is the question that is given, friends? They have given, if 12p5 plus 5 times 12p4 is equal to, okay, 13p1, find R. See, why I am doing elaborately when it comes to P and C, permutation and combination, because I think you will be getting two questions from P and C, correct na? So, that is why you have to do elaborately, and that too this is conceptual. Okay. And when it comes to MSET also, NEET also will be covering all the PYQs, all the important PYQs, not just the practice questions. Okay. Now, let us take up this given solution. What is it given? 12p5 plus 5 times 12p4 is equal to 13p1. It is given as what? 13p1. Correct na? 13p1 is given. Now, let us apply what is that? NPR formula. So, this will become what, friends? 12 factorial by what is this? 12 factorial by what is this? This will become 12 factorial by 12 minus 5. 12 minus 5 is what, friends? 12 minus 5 means it will become 7 factorial, n factorial by n minus r factorial, that is 7 factorial. This is 5 times into 12 factorial divided by what is this? 12 minus 4 means what? 12 minus 4 means this will become 8 factorial, correct? So, this will become what? 8 factorial. This is what, friends? This is 13 factorial divided by 13 minus 1 is what, friends? 13 minus 1 is, that is nothing but, this is not 1 actually, this is 13 PR. This is only we have to find out. 13 PR, correct na? Let me write it as 13 PR only till the end. Let me write it like this. Now, see here, this 8 factorial. Let me take up next step. So, 12 factorial. So, 12 factorial by what is this? 7 factorial. Write it as it is. This is what? 12 factorial by 7 factorial. Write down as it is, plus 5 times into 12 factorial by 8 factorial. 8 factorial can be written as what, friends? 8 into 7 factorial. Here let us write the reason. Therefore, Okay, NPR is equal to n factorial by n minus r factorial. Okay, n minus r factorial. Now see here, what is the reason here? So this is 13 PR. 13 PR. Also you must know n factorial can be written as n into n minus 1 factorial. That is what I wrote here. That is what I wrote here. See here, 12 factorial by 7 factorial plus 5 times 12 factorial. This 8 factorial can be written as what? 8 into 7 factorial. Now what I can do, friends? So see here, what I can do? Observe here. So what I can do? Now I can take 12 factorial by 7 factorial. I can take it as common. Correct na? So I can take this as common. So this would become what? This would become 12 factorial by 7 factorial into what is it? This is what? Nothing is there, means this is 1 plus 5 by 8. This is what I am having inside, plus 5 by 8 is equal to 13 PR, is equal to what? 13 PR. Now if I take LCM, LCM is 8, this will become what? 8 plus 5, 13, 13 by 8. So this will become what, friends? 12 factorial by 7 factorial into what is this? This is 13 by 8 into 13 by 8. That is equal to what? 13 PR. That is equal to 13 PR. Now let me write it here. So this will become what? So 12 factorial into 13. 12 factorial into 13 can be written as what? See here, 12 factorial into 13 can be written as what? 13 into 12 factorial. 13 into 12 factorial is what? That is nothing but what? N into n minus 1 factorial is nothing but n factorial. Here the bigger number is what? 13. So 12 factorial into 13 can be written as what? 13 factorial. Similarly, 7 factorial into 8. This came from where? 8 into 7 factorial came from 8 factorial. Similarly, I can go back and write this as what? 8 factorial. So this will become what? This will become 13 factorial. 13 factorial by 8 factorial is equal to what? 13 factorial by 8 factorial is equal to 13 PR, is equal to 13 PR. Okay, is equal to what, friends? Is equal to 13 PR. Is equal to 13 PR. Now 13 factorial by 8 factorial, most people what you will do here, you will do the mistake. That is nothing but equal to 13 factorial by 8 factorial, you write it as what? 13 by 13 P8 you will write it. 13 P8 is wrong because this is n minus r factorial. So this you can write this as what? This is similar to 13 PR. This can be written as what, friends? This can be written as n factorial divided by n minus r factorial. Okay, that is equal to what? 13 PR. That is equal to what? 13 PR. Here what is that we are having? Here n is equal to what, friends? Here n is equal to what? Here n is equal to 13. Okay, here n is equal to 13 and n minus r. N minus r is equal to what, friends? N minus r is equal to 8. That means what? N minus r is equal to 8. That means what? N is equal to what? This implies n is equal to 13, means 13 minus r is equal to 8. Okay, that implies 13 minus r means 13 minus 8 is equal to r. So r is equal to what? 13 minus 8, that is 5. I have written these steps for your understanding. Otherwise directly you can write from here. Okay, directly from here I can jump to here. I can write this as what? See, I can write this as 13 factorial by 8 factorial can be written as what? 13 p, what is that? R is 5. So 13 minus 8, always write this. So r is nothing but what? 13 minus 8. Okay, whatever you have in denominator, okay, subtract it from the numerator. 13 minus 8 is what? 5 factorial. So directly we can write it as what? 13 p5 is equal to 13 pr. Now r is equal to what? Therefore r is equal to 5. This is the final answer, friends. So this is the final answer. This is how you have to solve this question. Suppose one more example I will give you. Suppose you are having 13 factorial by 11 factorial. So you should not write it as 13p11. You should write it as what? 13 minus 11 is what? The difference is 2. So you should write it as what? 13p2. 13p2 you have to write it. This is the example I am giving. Okay. In this question the answer is what? 13p5 is equal to 13pr. R is equal to 5. R is equal to 5. Clear? This one you have to remember. Okay. This one you have to remember. Okay. Now based on this I can generalize and write it, because you will be using this result. This result you will be using in MSET also. Okay. If I generalize and write it, okay, this one if I am having n minus 1 PR plus r times n minus 1 PR minus 1 is equal to n minus 1 PR minus 1 is equal to n PR is equal to what? N PR. N minus 1 is what? N is what? 13. N minus 1 means 12. Okay. PR, R is 5. Okay. R times n minus 1 is what? 12. PR minus 1, that is what? R minus 1 is what? 5 minus 1, that is 4 is equal to NPR, that is what? 13 P5, that is what we got. Correct na? So please make a note of this identity that will be using in MSET, not for this board exams. Okay, clear? So alright, let us move to the next question, friends. This question, see here, what is the question we have to do now? Let me check. I think 6th question. We have skipped one question. So, see here, observe this. This is the question which we have to do. They are given if 18p r minus 1 is to 17p r minus 1 is equal to 9 is to 7, find r. They are asking us to find r. So, let us take up this question. What is the question number? Question number is what? This is 6th question. Now, we have to do the 7th question. 7th question. So, let us take up this question, friends. The question is what? 7th question, see here. The question is if 18p r minus 1, very simple question this is, okay, is to 17p r minus 1 is equal to 9 is to 7. 7 is to 9 or 9 is to 7? 9 is to 7. They are asking us to find r. They are telling find r. Okay, they are asking us to find r. This is what they are asking. Okay. Now, see here. So, first word write down solution. Given, what is given? That it is 18p r minus 1, if they are given in bracket, put it in bracket, is to, okay, p you should write here, 18p r minus 1 is to, what is that? 17p r minus 1 is given as what? 9 is to 7. This implies what? What I can write it? 18p r minus 1 divided by, what is this? Is to means it is nothing but division. I can write this as 17p r minus 1 is equal to 9 is to 7. Now, I will do what? Cross multiplication. So, I will write this as what? 7 into 18p r minus 1 is equal to 9 into 17p r minus 1. That is it. Now, let me apply the formula for NPR. Here r is what? R minus 1. Here n is what? 18. Here n is 17. So, this would become what? This is 7 into. This is 9 into. Okay. Now, so this will become what? 7 into 18 factorial by, what is this? N minus r factorial. N is what? 18. 18 minus r minus 1 factorial. 18 minus r minus 1 means what? Minus into minus, it will become plus. Okay. So, this I can write it as what, friends? 18 minus r minus 1. 18 minus r minus 1 means, see, 18 minus r plus 1 factorial is equal to 9 into, what is this? 17 factorial by, what is this? 17 minus r minus into minus, this is plus 1 factorial. So, see here, 18 plus 1 is 19, 17 plus 1 is 18, correct na? So, this will become what? I can write this as what? So, 18 factorial is there, here only I will write it, 18 factorial is there, instead of writing 18 factorial, I can write it as what? 18 into 17 factorial. So, 7 into 18 into 17 factorial, I can write this as what? Into 17 factorial divided by, what is this I am having? 18 plus 1 is 19, 19 minus r factorial. This is what? This is what? 9 into 17 factorial divided by what? What is this? 17 plus 1 is 18 minus r. 18 minus r factorial. This is what I am having, friends. This is what I am having. Okay. This is what I am having. Clear? This is what I am having. Now, observe this. 17 factorial I can cancel, and observe this here, 19 minus r factorial, here I am having what? 18 minus r factorial. This 19 minus r factorial I can write it as what? 19 minus r into 18 minus r factorial. What I am using the property? N factorial can be written as what? N into n minus 1 factorial. So, this one can be written as what? 7 into 18 is equal to 9 is divided by what? 19 into 19 minus r factorial. Instead of that, I can write it as what? 19 minus r into, what is this? 19 minus r minus 1 is what? 18 minus r. 18 minus r factorial. Correct na? 19 minus r factorial. Next thing is what? Next term is what? 19 minus r factorial can be written as what? 19 minus r factorial. 19 minus r into 19 minus r minus 1. So, 19 minus r minus 1 is what? 19 minus 1, that is 18. 18 minus r factorial. That is what I got here. This will be equal to 18 minus r factorial. Here definitely directly I can cancel this, 9 ones are 9 twos are. So, this is what? 18 minus r factorial, 18 minus r factorial I can cancel. So, I am left with what? I am left with 7 is equal to 19 minus r. I am having what? 7 is equal to 19 minus r, or I can write it as what? 19 minus r is equal to 7. That implies what? R is equal to 19 minus, r is equal to what? 19 minus 7. R is equal to 19 minus 7. R is equal to 19 minus 7. 19 minus 7 is what? 12. So, r is equal to 12. So, r is equal to what, friends? 12. Okay. So, we will get r is equal to what? 12. Just a minute, let me check. 7 is there, right? Where did the 7 go? Just a minute, here it is 7 into 2, right? I should write it as 14. That's a mistake I did. Okay, be careful here. 7 to 0, this is 14, that is what I left. Okay, this minute calculations you should be careful. So this will be what? 7 into 2 is 14. So 14 is equal to 19 minus r. Okay, so r, if I bring it this as r is equal to 19 minus 14. So r is equal to 19 minus 14 is 5. So r is equal to 5. Okay, concept is the same. Here you should be careful. I forgot 2 here. That's it. Okay, clear. So r is equal to 5 is the final answer, friends. That's it. Clear. Let us move to the next question. Let us move to the next question that we are having. This is question number 7. Let us move to the question number 8. So see here, what they are given. 10th question. If NC2 is equal to 3 times n plus 1 C3, find n. NC2 is equal to 3 times n plus 1 C3. Okay, let us take up the question, friends. NC2 is equal to 3 times n plus 1 C3. They are asking us to find n. They are asking us to do what? Find n. Correct now? So solution. See here, solution. What is it? It is given. It is they only given. Given NC2 is equal to, these are questions on combination, is equal to 3 times n plus 1 C3. 3 times n plus 1 C3. Correct. So I can write it as what? I can write this as n factorial by, what is this? I can write it as n factorial by n minus 2 factorial, n minus r factorial means n minus 2 factorial into 2 factorial. Correct. This is what I can write it, n factorial into n minus 2 factorial into, that is what I am having, n factorial by n minus 2 factorial into 2 factorial, that is n minus r. NCR is equal to what? Therefore, let me write it here, 3 into n plus 1 factorial divided by n plus 1 minus 3. n plus 1 minus 3 means I can write it as what? Directly I can write it as n plus 1 minus 3, I can write directly at what? 1 plus 1 minus 3 is n minus 2 factorial into, what is that I am having? Into 3 factorial. Correct. This is what? 3 factorial. This is what I am having. This is what I am having. So observe here, what I can do here is, so I have to write the reason. Therefore, NCR is equal to n factorial by n minus r factorial into r factorial. This is what I am having. Okay. This is the reason you have to write it. See here, n plus 1 minus r means what? Plus n plus 1 minus 3. Plus 1 minus 3 is minus 2. So n minus 2 factorial into 3 factorial. So this and this I can cancel. So I will be left with what? N factorial. Okay, n factorial by, what is this? 2 factorial. This is 3 is there, divided by what I am having? 3 factorial. Okay, 3 factorial. This n plus 1 factorial is there. N plus 1 factorial I can write it as what? N plus 1 into n plus 1 minus 1 is, that is nothing but what? That is n plus 1 minus 1 is plus 1 minus 1, that is 0. So n, I will be left with only n. So this is what? N factorial. Okay, this is what I am having. N factorial I can cancel. Here I am having what? 3 and 3 factorial. So this will be what? This will be equal to what, friends? So 3 into n plus 1 divided by 3 factorial. This is what? I will be having 3 factorial by 2 factorial is equal to 3n plus 3. Or let us keep it as it is. Let this 3 be here. 3 into n plus 1. 3 into n plus 1. Now see here, observe here. Now 3 into 2 I can write it. This 3 factorial I can write it as what? 3 into 2 factorial. So 3 factorial can be written as what? 3 into 2 factorial by 2 factorial is equal to 3 times n plus 1. What I can do? 3 and 3 I can cancel. 3 and 3 I can cancel. 2 factorial I can cancel. I will have what? N plus 1 is equal to 1. I am having what? N plus 1 is equal to 1. Correct now? N plus 1 is equal to 1. N plus 1 is equal to 1. N plus 1 is equal to 1. This is what I am having. Or this n factorial can also be written as what? This n factorial can also be written as, observe very carefully before going to that step. Let us do one more step here. Instead of writing n factorial, I can also write it as n into n minus 1 factorial divided by, what is this? 2 factorial. Correct now? Divided by 2 factorial. This is 10 times. No, I forgot 10 times. This is 10 times. This is 10 times. Okay, I should write what? 10 times. Here this should be 10 times. Okay, here also it should be 10 times. This will be equal to 3 times n plus 1. So n plus 1 factorial means I can write it as what? N plus 1 into n minus 1 factorial divided by 3 factorial I am having. This is n minus 1 factorial, I can cancel. I can cancel it like this. Okay, n and n I can cancel. Okay, I am having what? This is what I am having. So, this is same thing, I forgot 10, that is it. So, 10 into 3 factorial divided by 2 factorial is equal to 3 times n plus 1, 3 times n plus 1. This 3 factorial can be written as what, friends? 3 into 2 times 3 times into 2 factorial. 3 factorial can be written as what? 3 into 2 factorial. So, 10 times into 3 into 2 factorial divided by what is this? Divided by what is this, friends? Divided by, this is not 21, this is 2 factorial. This is 2 factorial divided by what is this? This is divided by 2 factorial. I can cancel 2 factorial, 2 factorial, this is equal to 3 into n plus 1. So, here also 3 is there, here also 3 is there, I can cancel. So, I am having what? N plus 1 is equal to 10. This implies n is equal to 10 minus 1. Therefore, we are having n is equal to what? N is equal to 9. This is the final answer, friends. Therefore, n is equal to 9. This is the final answer. This is the way we have to solve this question. Therefore, n is equal to 9. This is the way we have to solve this question. Clear, friends? Okay. So, in MSET, you don't have to do these many steps, but in the examination, that is in your IPE, tomorrow's exam, you have to do all these steps. Very important. Okay. You have to do all these steps. Next, very important question and also very simple question. Clear, friends? So, they are telling, they have asked in recent years, March 2023 and 2022, they have asked this question, very important. So, if NCR is equal to NC6, find n. If NCR is equal to NC6, find n. So, they are asking if NC4 is equal to NC6, find n. Find n. Here, before solving this question number 9, before solving this question, I will tell you one property. If NCR is equal to NCS, if I talk about, then either R is equal to S or either or R plus S is equal to N. These are the two conditions you have to remember. Now, in this question given, okay, let us take the solution. Okay, solution, what is given? NC4 is equal to NC6. Therefore, we can write it as based on this property. Okay, here we have to write this, let this be, let us write this as 1, let us write this as what? Let us write this as 1. Therefore, using 1, okay, solution you can write it here only, okay, solution you can write it here only, okay, given, solution I write it here only, write the property, if NCR is equal to NCS, then either R is equal to S or R plus S is equal to N, write this as 1, okay, therefore, using 1, we can write what? We have, what is it? 4 plus 6 is equal to N or 4 is equal to 6, but 4 is definitely not is equal to 6. So, 4 plus 6 is equal to n, therefore, n is equal to 4 plus 6, that is 10, that is all, very simple question, n is equal to 10, clear, friends? Therefore, n is equal to 10, therefore, n is equal to 10, clear, friends? Okay, all right. Next question, question number 11, okay. I think question number 10 we have to do. So, see this question, friends. If NPR is equal to 5040 and NCR is equal to, what is it? NCR, this should be NCR, not T, is 210, find n and r, that is what they are telling, find n and r. So, this is the question, let us take up the question, friends. We are doing almost every type of question that is again come from permutation and combination. What is the question? So, this is question number 10. They are telling solution, let us take up solution. They are telling given NPR is equal to what? 5040 and what is that? NCR is equal to 210, NCR is equal to 210, we have to find n and r, we have to find what? N and r. So, let us take up this, okay. We can write this, we know that NCR is equal to NPR into R factorial, that is what, correct na? So, NCR is what? NCR is n factorial by n minus r factorial by r factorial, this is what? N factorial by n minus r factorial, that is all, okay. So, if I multiply and divide by r factorial, I will get NCR into r factorial, that is all, correct na? So, this is the relation you definitely have to remember even for your IPE and also for MSET. Okay. So, now NPR is given as what? NPR is given as what? 5040. So NPR can be written as what? 5040 can be written as 504 into 10, or let me write it as 10 into 504. 10 into 504. Now if I look at this, 4, last two digits are 4. Okay, that means 4. This is divisible by 4. So I can take this as what? Definitely I can take this as 4 into what is this? 4 12s are 48, 24, 126. 4 into 126. So further if I do it, okay, NPR, this is 10 into what I can write this? 56 into 9. 56 into 9 I can write this. This one I can write it as 56 into 9. Okay. Now see here, 56 into 9, why? Because 56 into 10 is 560. Okay, 560 minus 56 is 504. That's what I am getting. You can factorize this easily. Now see here, NPR can be written as 10 into 9 into what is this? 56 can be written as what? 8 into 7, 8 7s are 56. Now NPR is nothing but what? NPR is nothing but equal to what? See here, this is 10, what I can write this? 10, 9, 8, 7. This can be written as what? I can write this as 10p4. Easily I can write this as what? 10p4. Correct now? This I can write this as what? 10p4. Easily I can write this as what? 10p4. Correct now? Easily I can write this as what? 10p4. But before that, using this property, what I can write here is NCR is equal to 210. Correct na? NCR is equal to 210. So this NPR is what? NCR is 210. So this one I can write it as what? See here, using this one further, I can write this as what? This implies I can write this as what? 210 is equal to 5040 into r factorial. Correct na? 5040 into r factorial. 5040 210 or 5040 5040. Okay, so this will become what, friends? Directly you can get it here, or else I can write it as 5040 is equal to 210 into r factorial. So r factorial will be equal to what? Will be equal to 5040 divided by 210. It is 0 0 cancels. So r factorial will be equal to what? 4 factorial. I will get it here. So r will be equal to 4. So here if I put it r is equal to 4, r is equal to 4, here n will be equal to what? 10. So this is nothing but what, friends? 10 factorial. So this will be equal to what? 10p4. So n is equal to what? 4. So we got n is equal to 4 and r is equal to, what is it? N is equal to 10. Here n is equal to 10. Therefore n is equal to 10. N is equal to 10 and r is equal to, n is equal to 10 and r is equal to 4. We will get it directly. That's it. Very simple question. Clear? Next question. Next question. Hi curious. Next question we will go. Some more questions. Question number 10, question number 11. Okay. Question number 11 we are doing. So they are telling if 9c3 plus 9c5 is equal to 10cr, find r. Okay. This is the question. Question number 11. See here. What they are telling is, let us be fast. Okay. Please focus, everyone. Like I said, MSET and NEET UG crash course, MSET for both MPC and BPC. The crash course is starting from March 16. So please keep this in mind. Now see here, this is what? 9c3. They have given if 9c3 plus 9c5 is equal to 10cr. They are asking us to find r. They are asking us to do what? Find r. This is what they are telling. Okay. Now let us take up this question. So solution. Solution. It is given what? It is given as. It is given as what, friends? Solution. It is given as 9c3 plus 9c5 is equal to 10cr. Now see here, this one, this implies I can write it as 9c3 plus this 9c5, I can write it as 9c9 minus 5 is equal to 10cr. Why? I will tell you. The reason is what? Therefore, NCR can be written as NCn minus r. Okay, NCn minus r. Why I am doing this? There is an important property. Because of that I am doing that. I want to use that property. What is that? So this will become what? 9 minus 5. This will become what? 4. So this will be, this implies 9c3 plus 9c. What is this? 9 minus 5 means this is 4 is equal to 10cr. Now see here, 9c3 plus 9c4, I can write this as what? 9 plus 1 c4 is equal to 10cr. Why? The reason is what? Therefore, NCR plus NCR minus 1 is equal to n plus 1 CR is equal to what? N plus 1 CR. Here n is what friends? 9. Okay. Here also n is what? 9. R is what friends? R is 4 here. R minus 1 is what? 3. So that gives us what? N plus 1 CR. N plus 1 means this is 9 plus 1 CR. 9 plus 1 means this is 10 CR means this is 4. So this gives us what? This implies 9 plus 1 means 10 C4, that is equal to 10 CR. This implies what? Therefore R is equal to 4. That's it. Very simple. Okay, this property you have to remember. This property I have explained numerous times when we did the SAQs. Clear? Alright friends, let us move to the next question. Please do share with your friends. Maximum, please do share with your friends and do like. Okay, please do share with your friends. Okay, it will be highly useful for them also, so that they also score well. Please do share with your friends and communicate about the crash course as well. Clear? Alright, next question. Kindly do share with your friends and also put it in the groups, in your student groups, so that it will be useful for them also. Next question friends. Now see here, next question is here itself. They are telling, the question is, if NC5 is equal to NC6, find 13CN. They have given what? This is question number 12. What is it? They are telling, if NC5 is equal to NC6, find 13CN. They have asked this last year, that is 2024, they have asked this year. Okay. If NC5 is equal to NC6, then find 13CN. They are asking us to find 13CN. NC5 is equal to NC6. Okay, they are given, what is given? It is given NC5 is equal to NC6. They are asking us to find 13CN. 13, what is it? 13CN. Correct now? We are just first find what? First find N. NC5 is equal to NC6. Let us apply this. So this will become what friends? N factorial by N minus 5 factorial into what is this? N minus 5 factorial into 5 factorial, that is equal to what? N factorial by N minus 6 factorial into what is this? This is into 6 factorial. So n factorial I can cancel. Correct now? N factorial I can cancel. This is for what I am using. I am using the property of NCR, that is NCR is equal to N factorial by N minus R factorial into R factorial. Here R is what? 5. Okay. Here R is what? 6. So N minus 5 factorial can be written as what friends? N minus 5 into N minus 6 factorial. Correct now? This can be written as 1 by N minus 5 into N minus 6 factorial into what is this? Into 5 factorial is equal to 1 by N minus 6 factorial into 6 factorial. So N minus 6 factorial, N minus 6 factorial I can cancel. I am left with what? I am left with 1 by N minus 5 is equal to, okay, 5 factorial I will send it this side, or I can take it here itself. Okay, I will keep it here itself, by 5 factorial is equal to 1 by 6 factorial. This is equal to 1 by 6 factorial. So let me take it upside. So this will give us what? This implies I can write it as 6 factorial. If I take it upside, this will become 6 factorial by 5 factorial is equal to n minus 5 by n minus 5. So 6 factorial can be written as what? 6 into 5 factorial. So this implies I can write this as what? N minus 5 is equal to 6 into 5 factorial by what is this? 5 factorial. 5 factorial can cancel. So n minus 5 is equal to 6. This implies n is equal to 11. This implies n is equal to 11. Okay, please do share with maximum people so that I cover more questions. Please do share. Okay, and do give the hype if you like the questions which we are solving. Clear? So see here, we have to find what? We have to find what is it? 13CN. Now 13CN we have to find out. So n is what we got? 11. So 13CN. Therefore 13CN is nothing but equal to 13C11. Okay, so that is equal to what is it? I can write this 13C11 can be written as what? 13 minus 11. 13 minus 11 why? Because NCR can be written as, therefore NCR can be written as NC n minus R. So 13 minus 11 is what? 13C2. That is equal to what? 13 into 12 divided by 2 factorial. That is what? 13 into 12 divided by 2, that is 13, 2 ones are 2 6 are 13 6 is what? 78. So the final answer is what friends? The final answer is 78. Okay, the final answer that we get is what? That is nothing but what friends? It is 78. the final answer that we get, that is what? You have to write in the final answer. Therefore, 13Cn is equal to what? 78. Okay. That is what? 78 is the final answer, friends. 78 is the final answer. Okay. Next, very important question we are solving. So, this is question number 12. Next, one very important question we are solving. So, they are asking, see here, look at this question. Find the value of 10C5 plus 2 times 10C4, okay, plus 10C3. In such question, you have to remember the property that we will be using is NCR plus NCR minus 1 is equal to N plus 1 CR. That is the property we will be using. How? We will show. Okay. Now, let us take up the question. 13th one. They are asking us find the value of, okay, 10C5. Find value of, what is it? 10C5 plus 2 times 10C4 plus 10C3 is what they are asking, correct? No? Now, observe this, friends. Solution. Given 10C5 plus 2 times 10C4 plus 10C3, that is equal to what? I can write it as 10C5. This 2 times is there, na? I can write it as 10C4 plus 10C4, because 2 times is there, I will write it 2 times. So, 10C4 plus 10C4, that is what? 2A, I am writing it as A plus A. 3A, I can write it as what? A plus A plus A. This 2 times is I can write it 2 times, plus this is what? 10C3. Okay. Now, see here. Now, observe this. 10C5, 10C4, 10C4, 10C3. Now, observe this and also then observe this. See here, this is what? NCR, NCR minus 1. This is what? NCR. If R is 4, NCR, this is R is R minus 1 is 3, correct now? 4 minus 1, this is 3. So, I can apply what? I can apply here, this will become what? 10 plus 1, 10 plus 1, C5. This will become what? This entire thing will become what? 10 plus 1, C4. Therefore, the reason is what, friends? Therefore, NCR plus NCR minus 1 is equal to N plus 1 CR. So, see here NCR, here N is what? 10, R is 5, R minus 1 is 4. Here look at this NCR, here N is what? 10, R is what? 4, N minus 1, R minus 1 is 3. So, N plus 1 CR, N plus 1 CR is what? 10 plus 1 C5, this is what? N plus 1 CR, here R is 4, 10 plus 1 C4. So, this would become what, friends? 11C5 plus 11C4. Now, look at this again, I can apply the same thing, NCR plus NCR minus 1, here N is 11, R is 5, R minus 1 is 4. So, this will become what, friends? This will become equal to 11 plus 1 C5, 11 plus 1 C5. Therefore, the reason is what? NCR plus NC, same reason you have to write again, NCR minus 1 is equal to N plus 1 CR. This is the reason you have to write it, 11 plus 1. So, that will be equal to what? 12C5. That will be equal to what? 12C5. Clear, friends? The answer will be equal to what? 12C5. Okay. The answer will be equal to what? 12C5. And you can how to find the 12C5 reason. Okay. That is the value, not the reason. 12C5 value. Okay. So, 12C5. What is the value? You will find out. 12C5 means it is something but 12 factorial by 12 minus 5 is 7 factorial. Excuse me. Into R factorial, that is 5 factorial. Okay. And solving you will get it as 792. The answer you will get it as 792. Okay. 12C5. The answer is what? 792. On calculating you will get it. Okay. On calculating you will get the value of this. Clear, friends? Clear this one? Okay. Next one. Next question. They are asking find the number of ways of selecting 3 vowels and 2 consonants from the letters of the word equation. Okay. From the letters of the word equation we have to select 3 vowels and 2 consonants. Okay. From the letters of the word equation. So, this is which number? Question number what? This is 14. 14 question number. They are telling equation. 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 It is not equations, it is equation. Okay. Given word is equation, you have to write down given word is equation. So, they are asking about 3 vowels and 2 consonants. They are asking 3 vowels and 2 consonants. Okay. So, solution here, this is itself solution. What I will write it? Okay. Number of vowels. Number of vowels. number of vowels and number of consonants, number of consonants, number of consonants. So, number of vowels, if I talk about number of vowels friends, so see here number of vowels is what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, see vowels means A, I, O, U. So, this is what A is there, E is there, I, O, U, see A, E, I, O, U, all the 5 are there, A, E, I, O, U. So, that is 5, okay, number of vowels. Number of consonants, okay, remaining what are that, Q, T, okay, and N, okay, number of consonants, that is what, Q is there, okay, this is already done, vowels. Remaining are what, Q, T and N, Q, T and N, okay, Q, T and N, that is Q, T and N, that is what, 3, okay, that is what, 3. So, the number of ways of selecting 3 vowels and 2 consonants, okay, the number of ways of selecting 3 vowels and 2 consonants, you have to write it as what. So, number of ways of selecting, you have to write it, number of ways of selecting, number of ways of selecting, what is that, 3 vowels from, what is it, from 5 vowels, from 5 vowels is what, it is given by N is 5 here and R is 3. So, this is what, 5C3, 5C3. Similarly, you will write it as what, number of ways of selecting, okay, what is that, 2 consonants from, what is that, 2 consonants from, what is that, from 3 consonants, from 3 consonants is what, 2 consonants from 3 consonants is 3C2, okay. Now, the number of ways of selecting 3 vowels and 2 consonants is what, and means it is what, multiplication, that is 5C3 into, what is it, 3C2, 5C3 into 3C2, this is what you will do it, okay. Now, 3 vowels into, and means it is multiplication, R means it is plus, R means it will become what friends, it will become plus, R means it will become plus, R means it will become plus, clear, R means it will become plus, R means it will become plus. Now, what is the answer, 5C3 into 3C2, 5C3 into 3C2. So, what is the answer, you will get the answer as what, 5C3 into 3C2 you will get it as 10 into 3, you will get the answer as 30. On doing this, you will get it as what, 5C3, 3C2, apply the formula, you will get finally 10 into 3, that is 30. Clear friends, this is the way you have to solve this question, this is the way you have to solve this question friends. Next question, 14, question number 14. Now, look at this 15th question. Find the number of ways of selecting 4 boys and 3 girls from a group of 8 boys and 4 boys and 3 girls from a group of 8 boys and 5 girls. Very simple. See here, question number 15. Question number 15. See here, they are asking us what? There are how many boys? Boys, girls. Let me write it like this in short form, but you have to write it in words. So, boys are how many? Boys are 8 boys. Girls are how many? 5 girls. You have to select how many? How many boys you have to select? 4 boys. From this, how many you have to select? 3 girls. Okay. And they are telling. And they are telling. And means it is multiplication. So, correct. So, what I can write this as 8C4 into what is this? 5C3. 8C4 into 5C3. So, 8C4 into 5C3 you will do it. So, 8C4 into 5C3, this will give us 70 into 10, that is nothing but equal to 700. Okay. The answer is what? That is 700. Clear friends? This is the way you have to solve this question. Next one. Find the number of positive divisors. See, look at this. Find the number of positive divisors of 1080. Okay. Find the number of positive divisors of 1080. This is question number 16. 1080 positive divisors, we can write it as what? See, anything that is having the positive divisors. Okay. If I am having a to the power of m into b to the power of n. Okay. If x can be written as a to the power of m into b to the power of, let me write this as a to the power of m into b to the power of n, the number of positive divisors, is given by, okay, m plus 1 into n plus 1. If it is m n o, suppose c is also there, c to the power of o, it is what? Into o plus 1, or p is there, this is p plus 1, that is it. Okay, that is what we are doing. So, 1080 can be written as what? First thing you can write it as 108 into 10. 108 is what? It is nothing but 12 into 9. So, I will write it as what? 12 into 10 into 9 I will write it. 12 into 10 into 9 I will write it. Okay, 12 times the 1, okay, so what is this? 12 into 9 na. So, 12 into 12 is 108, 108 into this one. So, what I can write this? 9 can be written as 3 square. This 12 can be written as what friends? This 12 can be written as 4 into 3 into this is what? 10 can be written as 2 into 5, and this 9 can be written as, let me write it as 3 square. So this 4 can be written as what? 2 square into this is what? 3 into 3 square is what? I can write it as 3 cube. This is 5. So finally what I am having, friends? I am having this is 3 cube, this is 2 square, 5, and again 2 is there. Okay. So I am having what? 5 to the power of 1 into 3 to the power of 3 into 2 to the power of 3. So that is nothing but what? Number of positive divisors. Number of positive divisors is equal to what, friends? Is it nothing but equal to what? 1 plus 1 into this is what? 3 plus 1 into 3 plus 1. Correct na? This one you add 1 and multiply. 1 plus 1 is 2. This is 2 into 4 into 4. 4 for the 16, 16 to the 32. So the answer is what? 32. Clear, friends? The answer is 32. Clearly the answer is what? 32. Okay. Got it? Permutation we are solving, combination we are solving, all the questions, because very important it is, so that you don't lose any marks from this chapter. Okay. Now they are given, if NCR is equal to, NC4 is equal to 210, find N. So look at this 2019 question, if NC4 is equal to 210, find N. Given, it is given. So this can be written as what? N factorial by n minus 4 factorial into what is it? Into 4 factorial. This is what? Is equal to 210. N factorial by n minus 4 factorial, n minus 4, this should be n minus 4, correct na? N factorial by n minus 4 factorial into 4 factorial is equal to 210, correct? This so you can write it. Okay. This so you can write this one. Now see here, n factorial can be written as what? Can be written as n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3 into n minus 4 factorial, correct na? Divided by n minus 4 factorial into 4 factorial, that is equal to what? 210. 210 can be written as what, friends? 210 can be written as, first thing you can write it as 21 into 10, or you can write it as what? 3 into 7 into 10. 3 into 7 into 10. So this n minus 4 factorial I can cancel. Okay, n minus 4 factorial I can cancel. Here I am having what? N into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3 is equal to this 4 factorial. I take it this side, this will become what? This will become 4 factorial into what is this? 3 into 7 into 10. Okay, this 4 factorial is nothing but what, friends? It is nothing but equal to 24. So 24 into 3 into 7 into 10. So 24 can be written as what? 8 into 3, 8 into 3 into 3 into 7 into 10. So just write down this also as it is, n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3. So this will become what? N into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3. That is how you will write it. Now 8 into 3 into 3 is what? 9. 7 into 10. I can write this as what? I can write it as n into n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3 is equal to 10 into 9 into 8 into 7. Okay, 9 how? 3 into 3 is 9. Now if n is 10, this will become what? 10 minus 1, that is 9. 10 minus 2, that is 8. That is 10 minus 3, that is 7. So let me write it. So this will become what? N into n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3 is equal to what? I can write it is equal to 10 into 10 minus 1, 10 minus 2 into 10 minus 3. 10 minus 3 is what? 7. So this implies what? This implies therefore n is equal to 10. Therefore n is equal to 10 is the perfect and final answer, friends. This is the final answer to this question, friends. N is equal to 10 is the final answer to this question. Clear? N is equal to 10. Okay, if they ask, this is the way you have to solve this question. It appears simple, but it is calculative, but you have to be focused. Okay, you have to know the properties of factorials also. Okay, permutation in combination while solving, you have to know the properties of factorials also. Now last question I think from permutation in combination. So see here, they are telling find the number of diagonals of a polygon with 12 sides. Okay, so if they give this is question number what? This is question number 18. So solution, see here, for n sided polygon, I will write directly number of diagonals See, for n-sided polygon, number of diagonals is given by n-sided polygon, number of diagonals is given by n into n minus 3 divided by 2. N into n minus 3 divided by 2 factorial, or it is just 2. Okay, n into n minus 3 into 2. Here for 12-sided polygon, here for 12-sided polygon, that is here n is equal to what? 12. That implies number of diagonals is equal to what, friends? Number of diagonals. Wherever n is there, we have to put just 12. So 12 into 12 minus 3 is what? 9 divided by 2. 2 ones are 2 6s, 6 9s are, it is 54. The answer is what, friends? Okay, for a 12-sided polygon or a 12-sided polygon, okay, the number of diagonals is what? 54. Clear, friends? This is how you have to solve this question. So now we are done with what? We are done with the chapter of what? We are done with the chapter of permutation and combination. Now you have to focus. Next chapter is what? It is binomial theorem, very important from IPE and also from MSET. Very simple questions comes in MSET from this one, binomial theorem. You should know how to solve. They will ask middle term, number of terms, okay, coefficients, all these things. Clear? Let us move to the first question from binomial theorem. We will solve one limited question because it is simple. So see here, look at this. This asked in 2024. Look at this question. Write down and simplify the 7th term. In 3x minus 4y to the power of 10. So let us take up this question. This question number 19 in total. 3x minus 4y to the power of 10. 3x minus 4y to the power of 10. Okay. So solution. Solution is what? Solution is, we should write it as what? Given expression is, okay, given expression is what? Given expression is 3x minus 4y to the power of 10. Okay, 3x minus 4y to the power of 10. Okay. Now they are asking the 7th term. So r term, we know that r term in the expression, okay, x minus a to the power of n is given by what, friends? Is given by tr. Tr is equal to what? Minus 1 to the power of, what is it? Minus 1 to the power of r plus 1, correct now? Minus 1 to the power of, what is it? Minus 1 to the power of, what is it? Minus 1 to the power of r minus 1. This is minus 1 to the power of r minus 1 into n times c of r minus 1. What is it? C of r minus 1 into x times n minus r plus 1. N minus r plus 1, okay, plus 1 into a times r minus 1. A times r minus 1. Clear? This is clearly given. Okay, this you have to definitely remember. Minus 1 r minus 1 nc r minus 1, okay, x times, okay, n minus r plus 1 into a times r minus 1. See, first term, second term, third term, it is having r minus 1. Here it is n minus r plus 1. Here in this, given this thing, here r is equal to 7, okay, n is equal to what, friends? N is equal to 10, okay, n is equal to 10, and what about x? X is equal to what? X here is nothing but what? 3x, and a is nothing but what? 4y, okay, a is nothing but what? 4y. So therefore T7 is equal to what, friends? T7 is equal to minus 1 r minus 1, that is 7 minus 1, that is 6, okay, NCR minus 1, that is, what is that we are having? NCR, 10c r minus 1, that is 10c, what is it? 10c r minus 1, r minus 7 minus 1 is 10c 6, okay, 10c 6 into x to the power of n minus r. N minus r is what? 10 minus 7 is 3, okay, 10 minus 7 is 3, 3 plus 1 4, x to the power of 4 into, but here it is not just x here is nothing but what? 3x. So 3 to the power of 4 into x to the power of 4 into a is what? 4y, r minus 1 means 4 to the power of 6 into y to the power of 6, 4 to the power of 6 into y to the power of 6. Minus 1 to the power of 6 is nothing but what? It is 1 itself. Therefore we are having T7 is equal to what we are having? 10c6, okay, we are having what? 10c7 minus 1 means 10c6. So 10c6 will give us what? 210. 10c6 will give us 210. I can write this as what? 3 power 4 into what is this? Into 4 power 6 into what is this? Into x power 4 into y power 6. Or further I can write this as what? T power 7 210, okay, 3 power 4. I'll make this as 3 power 5 divided by 5. I will multiply and divide by 3. Okay, this what I'll do? I'll make it as 4 into what is this? 4 power 5 I'll write it. Okay. Now this will become what into x power 4 divided into y power 6. So 3 power 5 4 into 4 power 5. This is what I am having. This is what I am having. So see here, this will become what, friends? This if I further simplify. This if I further simplify, what I will get? 4 by 3 I am having. See here, 4 by 3 I am having. I can definitely cancel here something. Definitely I can cancel here something. So this is what I am having. See, 3 ones are 3 7 zeros are. So this will what I will have. 70 into 4 means 280. 280 into what is this? 3 power 5 into 4 power 5 x power 4 into y power 6. 280 into 3 power 5 into what is this? 4 power 5. What I can write? A power m into another one. Okay, b power m. Okay, I can write it as ab to the power of m. That means 3 4s are 12, 12 to the power of 5. So this can be written as what? T7 can be written as 280 into 3 4s are 12. That is 12 to the power of 5 into x power 4 into y power 6. Clear? 280 into 12 to the power of 5 into x power 4 into y power 6. This is the 7th term of the given expansion. Clear? This is the way you have to solve this question, friends. Okay. ఏమన్ డెఫినెట్లీ కవర్ అవుతుంది, ఎందుకంటే మేము అన్నీ కవర్ చేస్తున్నాం కదా, అన్ని కాన్సెప్ట్స్ పైన ఉన్న క్వశ్చన్స్ కవర్ చేస్తున్నాం. ఎస్పెషల్లీ పర్ముటేషన్ కాంబినేషన్ మీరు చూశారు కదా, ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఆల్ ది క్వశ్చన్స్ కవర్ చేసాం. అండ్ వెన్ ఇట్ కమ్స్ టు అదర్ చాప్టర్ బైనామియల్ థియరమ్ మేము ఏం చేస్తున్నామంటే అన్ని డిఫరెంట్ కాన్సెప్ట్ పైన క్వశ్చన్స్ అన్ని దోస్ థింగ్స్ వీఆర్ కవరింగ్. ఓకే, సో డోంట్ హ్యావ్ టు వరీ, ప్రాక్టీస్ దిస్ క్వశ్చన్, జస్ట్ గో త్రూ ఇట్. ప్లీజ్ వాచ్ పార్ట్ ఏ ఆల్సో. ఓకే, ప్లీజ్ వాచ్ పార్ట్ ఏ ఆల్సో. Okay, Hemant, please contact us on this number, we will help you. Okay, be it for 2A and also 2B. Please contact on this number. See, we are doing from the PYQs. Okay, definitely it will be helpful. If when you see the exam, you will understand. Okay, నమ్మకం మీకు రేపు ఎగ్జామ్లో పేపర్ చూసినప్పుడు తెలుస్తుంది. ఓకే, డోంట్ వరీ. Okay, let us continue with the discussion. So this is the question that we solved. Now let us look at this. We are not just doing the shortcuts here. I mean, we are not telling you the shortcut, that is solve only these questions and go. No, we are covering the concept and then doing the question, and we are doing all the questions that are there that has been asked in the previous exams. Okay, and also among that we are doing the important. We are not like telling, giving list of these many questions, do only these questions. No, we are doing the questions that have been repeated multiple times. Okay, so you can trust us on this. Now look at this. This question is important. Find the middle term. One question is what? Coefficient, 7th term, rth term. This is middle term. So find the middle term of the expansion. March 2023. Recently there was 3a minus 5b to the power of 6. Okay, so the expansion 3a minus 5b to the power of 6 as odd number of terms. First term is also there. That is as odd number of terms. Okay. N means n plus 1 number of terms means that is odd number of terms. So here the middle term is what? N plus 1, that is 7 plus 1 divided by 2, that is 4th term. Here the middle term is the 4th term. So let us take them this question. This is question number 20. Definitely you will pass beta, don't worry. Okay, have confidence. At least watch 7 marks questions what we have done. Okay, where 2 questions are coming from each chapter, such questions. Okay, such chapters you focus now. Definitely you will pass better, don't worry. Okay, pray well and go to the exam. Please watch the sessions that we have done. Watch all the LAQs today. Okay, watch all the LAQs in 2x speed, where the LAQs which are there are 2 LAQs coming from some chapters. Those chapters you focus now. Okay, Hemant, don't worry. Or you call me, I have just passed down the number, you can call me. Okay, I will definitely help you, and I will definitely tell you certain questions to be practiced. Now the expansion that is given is what, friends? No need to panic, that is the most important thing. Be calm. For steps also you will get marks, not just the final answer. So please understand the concept, write the steps. So the expansion that is given is what? 3a minus 5b to the power of 6. This has how many terms? Odd number of terms, that is 7 terms. So we have to find what? 7 plus 1 divided by 2, that is 4th term, that is T4 we have to find out. T4, what is the formula you will use? You will use what? 63 into, this is a is what? X is what? 3a to the power of 3. Okay, n minus 1, correct na? Minus 5b to the power of 3. So this will become what? 63. What is the answer, friends? 63, what is the value we will get? 63, we can keep it as it is. 63, keep it as it is. Okay, minus you bring it outside, this will be 3a cube, 3 cube minus this is 5 cube into a cube into, you can write it as b cube, that is all. You can keep it as it is. Okay, you can keep it as it is. So, this is minus will come outside. This is the final answer, friends. Very simple question. This is the final answer to this question, friends. This is the way you got to solve this question. Now, look at this. Now, look at this very important question. Now, they are asking. Find the number of terms of the expansion 2x plus 3y plus z. Okay, 2x plus 3y plus z. Okay. Question number 21. 2x plus 3y plus z to the power of, what is it? 2x plus 3y plus z to the power of 7. Okay. 2x plus y plus z to the power of 7. Now, see here solution. First, what you will write? Given expression is this one. Okay. Then you will write what? The number of terms. This is what? Not just binomial. This is trinomial. Number of terms in the trinomial expansion. The number of terms in the trinomial expansion is given by what? Is given by the number of terms in the trinomial expansion is given by n plus 1 into n plus 2 divided by 2. N plus 1 into n plus 2 divided by 2. N plus 1 into n plus 2 divided by expansion. What is that expansion? That is a plus b plus c is to the power of n is given by, here n is what? So, n plus 1 into n plus 2 divided by 2. So, this one you definitely have to remember, friends. This one you have to definitely remember, n plus 1 into n plus 2 divided by 2. If a plus b plus c to the power of n is given, trinomial expansion, for that number of terms is given by what? N plus 1 into n plus 2 divided by 2. Here what? N is what? Here the value of n is what? Here in the given expression 2x plus 3y plus z to the power of n, that is a plus b plus c to the power of n. Here n is what, friends? It is 7. Here n is 7. Therefore, number of terms is equal to what, friends? Is equal to 7 plus 1 into 7 plus 2 divided by 2. Don't make a mistake. It is trinomial, that does not mean it is 2. That does not mean it is 3. It is 2 only. Okay. Trinomial expansion also it is 2 only. 7 plus 1 it is what? 8. 7 plus 2 it is 9 divided by 2. 2 1s are 2 4s are 9 4s are, that is 36. So, this is the final answer to this question, friends. This is the final answer to this question. Okay. 36 is the number of terms. 36 is the number of terms. Okay, let us solve one more very important question that was asked in May 2018. Okay, next question. See here, this is question number 20 and 22. See here, they are telling if a and b are the coefficients of x to the power of n in the expansion 1 plus x to the power of n, okay, and 1 plus x to the power of 2n and 1 plus x to the power of 2n minus 1 respectively, find the value of a by b. Find the value of a by b. Find the value of a by b. So, solution. So, solution, see here 20 second solution, see here. The coefficient of x to the power of n in expansion 1 plus x to the power of 2n is given by what is it? It is, they are telling the coefficient is given by a. The value of actual value of a is what? 2 to the power of n, that is 2n, okay, cn, okay, 2n cn, okay, 2n cn, and similarly, and coefficient of x to the power of n in expansion in 1 plus x to the power of 2n minus 1 is given by what? Is given by, let this be equation 1. Okay, let this be equation 1, and this is what? 1 plus x to the power of 2n minus 1 is given by, they are only telling it is b, but b value we can write it as what? 2n minus 1 cn, okay, 2n minus 1 cn. They are telling this is equation 2, let us write this is equation 2. They are asking us what? They are asking us a by b. The coefficient of this expression, we have to just divide. Coefficient of this expression a is given by what? 2n cn, b is given by what? 2n minus 1 cn. Why 2n minus 1? Here it is 2n minus 1. Why 2n? Here it is 2n, that is all. Okay, here it is 2n, that is why we are getting 2n here. Here it is 2n minus 1, here it is, so it is 2n minus 1. Why? They have only given it in the question, mentioned the coefficients of a and b. So, we have to write it in this form, that we have to know. Now, what we will do? Divide 1 by 2. Divide 1 by 2. So, we will get what? A by B. A by B is equal to what we will get? 2n by Cn is equal to divided by 2n minus 1 divided by Cn. Okay, 2n minus 1 divided by Cn. Then now let us apply the what? NCR property. So, this will become what, friends? This will become what? N factorial, that is 2n factorial by what is this? 2n minus n factorial by 2n minus n factorial into n factorial to n minus r into this is n minus r into r factorial. R is what here? N factorial divided by what is this? 2n minus 1 factorial by 2n minus 1 minus r factorial. This is n c. R is what? N factorial. NCR is what? N factorial by n minus r factorial into r factorial. N minus r is what? 2n minus n into n factorial into n factorial. This is what we will have. Now see here, directly I can cancel here n factorial I can cancel here. Okay, 2n minus 1 minus n, that is nothing but what? 2n minus 1 minus n is what? This is nothing but n minus 1. Correct now? This is 2n minus 1. This is what? This is nothing but what? N minus 1. So this will become what, friends? This will become, I can write this as what? This will become 2n factorial divided by what is this? 2n minus n is n factorial. 2n minus n is 2n minus n is n, that is n factorial. Okay, this will go up. This will become what? 2n minus 1 minus n. 2n minus n is what? This is n. So this is what? N minus 1 factorial. 2n minus n is n. N minus 1 is there. N minus 1 factorial divided by what is this? This is what, friends? What we are having? Divided by 2n minus 1 factorial. This is what we are having. 2n minus 1 factorial. Now see here, 2n factorial can be written as what, friends? 2n factorial can be written as 2n into what is this? 2n minus 1 factorial. Okay, this n minus 1 factorial, write it as it is. N minus 1 factorial, write it as it is, divided by n factorial can be written as what, friends? N factorial can be written as n into n minus 1 factorial. Okay, this 2n minus 1 factorial, write it as it is, and 2n minus 1 factorial. Now see here, 2n minus 1 factorial, 2n minus 1 factorial, I can cancel this one. Let me use some other color so that you understand. This and this I can cancel, they are similar. Okay, see here, n minus 1 factorial, n minus 1 factorial I can cancel. So I am left with what? I am left with 2n by n. Okay, so therefore I am left with what? I am left with only 2n by n. Therefore a by b is equal to what? 2n by n. N and n cancel, that will be equal to 2. So therefore I can write it as what? Therefore a by b is equal to what, friends? A by b is equal to 2. So this is the final answer, friends. Therefore a by b is equal to what, friends? A by b is equal to 2. 8p3 I did a mistake. Which question? I don't think so. See, multiplication is computed to 8p3 or whatever, let us see. It is not 8p3, it is 8c4. Where is 8p3? Which one you are telling? I don't think so. Anyways, let me check. 8c4 it is. Okay, 8c4 it is. Just check once. Just check once. Nazir, I am not getting which question you are talking about. Just mention the question number. I will be able to sort it out. Okay, let us move forward. So that's all about binomial theorem. So let us move to the next chapter, friends. Next chapter, measures of dispersion. Very simple and also very doable chapter. Okay, just a minute. Okay, let us take a break for 2 minutes and we will be back. Let us take a break for 2 minutes and we will be back. Okay, all right. Let us resume. Nazir, let us do check it out once. Okay. Not telling, I am not able to find out which question you are talking about. Anyways, I hope I am audible. If I am audible, please comment if I am audible. Comment yes if I am audible. So, we have done up till question number 21 questions we have done. Now, look at this measures of dispersion. Very simple chapter. They will ask based on mean deviation from mean and mean deviation from median. They will ask variance, all these things. Okay. So, look at the first question. They are telling mean deviation about the mean for the following data. Okay. Mean deviation about the mean for the following data. Hi, Pradeep. I hope I am audible. Thank you. Okay. Now, what is the question that is given? Question number 22nd. Mean deviation about the mean for the following data. So, let us write down the observation. What they have given? The observation. Mean deviation about the mean for the following data. So, given data. So, given data is given data. Given data is what? What is that they have given? Given data is 3, 6, 3, 6, 10. Okay, 3, 6, 10, 4, 9, 3, 6, 10, 4, 9, 10. 3, 6, 10, 4, 9, 10. Now, they are asking mean deviation about the mean. Now, here the value of n is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, n is equal to 6. Therefore, mean deviation about the mean. Mean deviation about the mean is given by what? Mean deviation about the mean. Mean deviation about the mean, okay, is equal to what? Is equal to 1 by n summation of, okay, summation of xi minus x bar, xi minus x bar. This is the, what is that? Mean deviation about the mean. Here x bar is what? Mean. X bar is equal to sum of observation by number of observation, that is what? Summation of x by n, summation of xi by n, that is nothing but what? 3 plus 6 plus 10 plus 4 plus 9 plus 10 divided by n is what, friends? N is what? 6. So, this is 9 plus 10, this is 10 plus 10, 20, 29, 33, 39, 42, 42 by 6. Okay, this is what? 42 by 6, correct na? 42 by 6 we are having. 42 by 6. So, that is equal to what? 7. So, we got x bar is equal to what? X bar is equal to 7. Now, we have to do what? We have to find mean absolute deviations. Okay, the value of absolute deviations, that is, so xi minus x bar. Now, we have to find what? Xi minus x bar. So, let us write it here, xi minus x bar. Xi minus x bar is what? What is it? 7 minus 3. Okay, 7 minus 3. What is it we are having next? 7 minus 6, 7 minus 10, 7 minus 4, 7 minus 9, 7 minus 10. So, this is what? This is nothing but equal to what? This is 4, this is 1, this is minus 3, this is what is this we are having? Absolute values we have to write, no? Absolute values. This should be absolute values. So, this is modulus. This is modulus. So, this will get it as what? Plus 3 only. This is plus 3. This is 7 minus 10 is 3. 7 minus 4 is 3. 7 minus 9 is minus. This is modulus means 2. This is again 3. So, summation of xi minus x bar. Summation of xi minus x bar is what? We have to add all of this. 4 plus 1 5, 5 plus 3 8, 8 plus 3 11, 11 plus 2 13, 13 plus 3 is 16. Okay. So, mean deviation about the mean. So, mean deviation is given by what, friends? Mean deviation is given by what? Mean deviation about the mean is, what is this? 16 by, what is it? N is what? N value is 6, 16 by 6. Okay, we will get what? 16 by 6. Okay, you have to find the value of 16 by 6. So, that you will get it as 2.67. So, you will get it as what? 2.67. That is the final answer, friends. 2.67. This is the final answer. Clear? This is the way you have to solve this question. Okay, first you will write what? Given the given data, I will write it. Okay, find the number of observation, that is n. Okay, then find mean. Sum of the observation divided by number of observations. You will get mean. Okay, then they are asking what? Mean deviation about the mean means we have to find mean. So xi minus x bar you write down like this, then summation of xi minus x bar you will get it as 16, then put it in the formula. That is mean deviation about the mean is what? 1 by n summation of xi minus x bar, that's it. Okay, that's it. Now next question. Next question. So again they have asked mean deviation from the mean, they have asked, so similar question, we will not do it. Okay. Now they are asked mean deviation about the median for the following data. Okay. First let us write the given data. Find the mean deviation about the median they are telling. First is what? First question, mean deviation about the mean. Now it is mean deviation about the median. That means what? In the previous question, mean deviation about the mean means we first found out the mean. Here mean deviation about the median means we have to first find out the median. For median, first given data should be arranged in ascending order. First see the number of observations. If it is odd or even number of observations, based on that you have to find the median. Clear? Now let us take up the question. So this is question number what? 23. Please do share with maximum people and do like and share the session. Okay. So the number of the given observation, given data is what, friends? Given data is, what is it that is given? 4, 6, 4, 6, 9, 4, 6, 9, 3, 10, 13, 3, 10, 13, 2. Okay. Now first what you will do? You will write it as what? You will write it in ascending order. Ascending order of the data. Ascending order of data. Ascending order of data. You write the data in ascending order. They won't give it. You have to write it in ascending order. To find median, you have to write it in ascending order. If it is mode or what is it? Mean, no need to worry about that. Okay, ascending order of the data is what you will write it as? First is what? 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 10, 13. Here n is what? Here n is what is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here n is what? 7, that is odd. Okay, median is equal to what? Odd, no, so it is what? N plus 1 by 2 term, n plus 1 by 2 term, that is what? 7 plus 1 by 2, that is what? 8 by 2, that is 4th term. 4th term is the median. 4th term is the median. 4th term is what? 1, 2, 3, 4. So median is equal to 6. So median is equal to 6. We got what? Median, that implies I will write it as m is equal to 6. So we have to find what? Mean deviation about the median. Mean deviation about the median. Okay, mean deviation about the median. Okay, mean deviation about the median is given as what? Mean deviation about the median. About the median is given by the formula. Is given by the formula. Same as previous one. 1 by 1 summation of xi minus m. Okay, summation of xi minus m. So this is the formula. Now we have m. So we will do what? Xi minus m. Xi minus m. So xi minus m means what? This is what? 2 minus modulus of, this is modulus. 2 minus what is this? 2 minus 2 minus 6. This is 3 minus 6, 4 minus 6. Okay, 6 minus 6, 9 minus 6, 10 minus 6. Okay, 13 minus 6. This is within modulus. Modulus is there. Everywhere modulus is there. This is 4, this is 3, this is 2, this is 0, this is 3, this is 4, this is 7. Okay, this is 7. This is what we are having. This is 7. Okay. Now summation of xi minus x bar. Summation of xi minus m. This should be summation of xi minus m modulus. So this will be equal to what, friends? Add all of these. 4 plus 6 7, 7 plus 2 9, 9 plus 0 is 0, 9 plus 3 is 12, 12 plus 4 is 16, 16 plus 7 is 23. You will get 23. Okay. Now you have to find what? Mean deviation about the median. Mean deviation is given by what? Here mean deviation. You have to write it mean deviation about the median. Write it. I am just writing it as mean deviation. Mean deviation about the median is given by 1 by n summation of xi minus m. So that is what? 1 by n. N is what, friends? N is 6. N is what? 7. Sorry. Xi minus m is what? 23. So 23 by 7. So 23 by 7 means 3 point something you will get. Okay. On calculating you will get it as what? 3.285. You will get it as what? 3.285. This will be equal to what? 3.285. This is the way you have to solve it. So definitely one question you will get from mean deviation about the mean or mean deviation about the median. So, please learn this. So, for this first thing what you should know, formula is 1 by n summation of xi minus x bar if it is mean. Okay. How to find the mean? Sum of observation divided by number of observation. Next thing is what? Mean deviation about the median, 1 by n summation of xi minus m. How to find the median? First arrange it in ascending order, very important. Arranging it in ascending order, find the number of terms. If it is odd, n plus 1 by 2. If it is even, what you will do? Okay, n term, that is middle term, and the next term. Middle term will be what? N plus 1 plus 1 divided by 2. That is, if it is 5th and 6th term, that is what? See, n plus 1 term you will get, middle term. Okay, then next term, that is suppose 8 terms are there, the median will be 4th term plus 5th term divided by 2. Okay, median will be what? If see, if it is n plus the 8 terms are there, 8 terms means half is what? 4. Okay, 4 plus 5th term. Okay, n plus 1 by 2 plus the next term plus 1 by 2, that is 4th term plus 5th term divided by 2. 4th term is 5 means 5th term is 6 means 6 plus 5 divided by 2. 6 plus 5 is 11. 11 divided by 2 is 5.5. That will be the median. This is how you have to find the median. Okay, Pradeep, hi. Okay, now see here. Please do share with maximum people. It will be highly useful. Okay, next let us go to the next question. They are asking find the variance. They are asking us to find the variance. Okay, let us go. I told you they will ask only 3 types: mean deviation about the mean deviation about the median. They will ask us to find variance. If they ask standard deviation, square root of variance, you will get standard deviation. Okay, now they are asking what? They are asking us to find the variance. This is question number what? Question number 23. Now they are asking us to find the variance for the given data. Okay, they are asking us to find variance for the given data. Find the variance for the given data. Okay, so find the variance. For that, what we have to do? First, let us take up the data that is given. So question number 24. Okay, question number 24. So observe carefully what they are telling. Find the variance. Given data is, first you should write what given data is. Given data is what? What is the data that they have given? 6, 7, 10. Please be careful while writing the given data. Don't do the mistake. Don't do such mistakes and lose marks. Such easy marks, don't do mistakes. Such easy questions. Don't lose easy marks. So here given data is given. Variance, that is sigma square. Okay, variance sigma square is equal to what? Is equal to 1 by n summation of xi minus x bar whole square. This is the formula. 1 by n summation of xi minus x bar whole square. Okay, 1 by n summation of xi minus x bar whole square. This is the formula for what is that? Variance. Now x bar is there, that means what? Mean is required. Mean x bar. Here n is equal to, first let us write down, here n is equal to what? How many terms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here n is equal to 8. Correct. Here n is equal to 8. Okay. X bar is equal to what? Sum of the observation, that is what? 6 plus 7 plus 10 plus 12 plus 13 plus 4 plus 8 plus 12 divided by number of observations is what? Here it is 8. Okay. Mean x bar. Okay. Or you can write the formula for mean x bar is equal to what? 1 by n. Okay. Summation of xi. That is what we have written here. 6 plus 7, 13, 23, 35, okay, 48, 52, 52 plus 8 is what? 52 plus 8 is 60, 72, 72 by 8, that is 72 by 8, that is 8 ones are 8 nines are. So x bar, mean x bar is equal to what? 9. We got mean is equal to what, friends? Mean we got it as 9. Okay. Now we have to do what? Xi minus x bar. Now we have to do what? First we need xi minus x bar whole square, but before that we need what? Xi minus x bar. Correct. So first in this, first let us find out xi minus x bar. Then we will do what? Xi minus x bar whole square. Okay. Xi minus x bar. That is what, friends? 9 minus 6. Okay. Or this is xi minus x bar means 6 minus 9. 6 minus 9. Okay. 6 minus 7. 6 minus 10. This should be 6 minus 6 now, first one. Sorry, this should be 9, correct. Sorry. Xi minus x bar. So 6 minus 9, okay. 7 minus 9, okay. 10 minus 9, 12 minus 9, 13 minus 9, 4 minus 9, 8 minus 9, again 12 is given, yeah, 12 minus 9. Now see here, what is the value of this? This is there no need of modulus, because we will square it, we will get the positive only. Minus 3, okay, this is minus 2, this is what, 1, this is 3, this is 4, this is minus 5, this is minus 1, this is 3. Now see here, xi minus x bar, that is minus 3 square, that is 9, minus 2 square, that is 4, minus this is 1 square, that is 1, 3 square, that is 9, okay, 4 square, that is 16. Squaring all this, whatever value I got here, I have to square it, xi minus x bar whole square. So minus 5 square, that is 25, positive it will become, minus 1 square, that will become plus. See, don't do the mistake of taking it as minus. Minus 5 square is minus into minus, that will become plus. 5 square means 25. This is 3 square, that is 9. Now add all of this. 9 plus 4, 13, 13 plus 1, 14, 14 plus 9 is 23, 23 plus 16 is 39, 39 plus 25 is what? 64, 65. Okay. Then 65 plus 9 is what, friend? 74. Okay. 74 by, what is it? 74 by 74 by 8. Okay. 74 by 8. Don't do the mistake of writing 74 by 9. Here mean is 9, but the number of observations is 8. Okay. So you will get what? Summation of xi minus x bar whole square. Summation of xi minus x bar whole square is what? 74. Okay. Now variance, I will write variance. Variance sigma square is equal to 1 by n summation of xi minus x bar whole square. Please write the formula and the end also. Okay. Here n is what, friends? N is 8. So 1 by 8 summation of xi minus x bar whole square is what? 74. Okay. On doing this, what you will get? 74 by 8. 74 by 8 is what? You will get it as 9.25. You will get the answer as 9.25. Clear, friends? This is the way you have to solve this question. So we have done one question based on mean deviation from mean, another one question based on mean deviation from median, next one question based on variance. Clear, friends? Okay, first is what? 1 by n summation of xi minus x bar if it is mean. Another one is 1 by n summation of xi minus m, that is median. I told how to find the median. Then variance is what? 1 by n summation of xi minus x bar whole square. There xi minus x bar within modulus. There another one is xi minus m within modulus. Here it is square. That's it. Clear? Next question. Sorry, that's it. That's it for measures of dispersion. Now let us go to the next chapter, that is random variables and probability distribution. Okay, very important chapter. So random variables and probability distribution. So question number 24 is done. So 24 questions we have done till now. Those who are watching it from the beginning, thank you. This patience will definitely pay off. Those who are starting now, please watch the previous questions also and then watch it, because that will be highly beneficial for you in the tomorrow's exam. Okay. So whichever question chapter you want to watch it from particular this itself. That will be highly helpful. So now we are doing the last chapter pertaining to VSAQs. That is what? Random variables and probability distributions. Clear? Now let us take up the first question. So they are telling a Poisson variable, okay, satisfies P of x is equal to 1 is equal to P of x is equal to 2. Find P of x is equal to 5. Okay, P of x is equal to 5. So the given question, let us take up the given question, friends. Solution. It is given P of x is equal to 1 is equal to P of x is equal to 5. We have to find, sorry, P of x is equal to 2. We have to find P of x is equal to what is it? P of x is equal to 5. Okay, P of x is equal to 1 means P of x is equal to 1, or we know that, I will write it here, we know that P of x is equal to r. P of x is equal to r means it is nothing but equal to, okay, e power minus lambda into lambda to the power of r divided by what is it? Divided by r factorial, correct na? Divided by r factorial, where lambda is greater than 0. Here lambda is greater than 0. Okay. Therefore we have what? We have got by this P of x is equal to 1 means we have e power minus lambda to the power of 1 by 1 factorial, because here r is what? R is 1. This will be equal to e power minus lambda into lambda to the power of 2 divided by r is what? 2. That is 2 factorial. Okay. E power minus lambda we can cancel. Lambda by 1 is equal to lambda square by 2. So lambda by 1 is equal to lambda square by 2, okay, is equal to lambda square by 2, don't cancel it, okay. What we can do here, what I will do, lambda minus lambda square by 2 is equal to 0, lambda minus lambda square by 2 is equal to 0 if I bring it to RHS, okay, LHS. Now what I can do, I can take lambda common, lambda into 1 minus lambda by 2 is equal to 0, that means what, lambda is equal to 0, that means lambda by 2 is equal to 1, that implies lambda is equal to 2. This one we cannot take it because therefore lambda is greater than 0. So we can take lambda is equal to 2, only this one we can take it, we got lambda is equal to 2, we can consider. Now we have to find what, P of x is equal to 5, that means R is equal to 5 here, okay. Now we have to find what, P of x is equal to 5. Now P of x is equal to 5, that means what, here R means, here it is 5, okay. So that means what, e power minus lambda into lambda to the power of 5 divided by 5 factorial, but lambda is what, lambda is equal to 2, so e power minus 2 into lambda is what, lambda is what, 2 to the power of 5 divided by 5 factorial, so this can be written as what, 2 power 5 means I can write it as 32 divided by 5 factorial means 120 into e power minus lambda, if I bring it down this will become e power 2, okay. 32 by 120 is there, 32 by 120 what I can do, 32 by 120 further I can simplify, correct. So this is 8 4s, this is 8 15s, so I will have what, P of x is equal to 5 is equal to 4 by 15 into e power 2. This is the final answer. P of x is equal to 5 is equal to 4 by 15 into e power 2, that is e square, okay. This is the way you have to solve this, clear. And most importantly, please remember this formula, P of x is equal to R is what, P of x is equal to R means e power minus lambda into lambda to the power of 4 by R factorial, where lambda is greater than 0, that lambda should always be positive, clear, it can never be equal to 0 also, okay. Next question friends, next question from Poisson variable. If the mean and variance of a binomial variable x are 2.4 and 1.44 respectively, okay, then find P of x greater than 1 less than or equal to 4, P of x greater than 1 less than or equal to 4. This is the question friends. Let us take up the question, please focus. Question number 26, mean, okay, mean of x is equal to what, that is NP, that is given as what, 2.44, this be equation 1, okay. Variance of x, that is nothing but what, NPQ, that is equal to what, 1.44, is equal to what, 1.44, that is be equation 2. Also we know also, okay, let me write it here. Now what we will do, divide 2 by 1, okay. What we will get, NPQ divided by NP is equal to 1.44 divided by 2.44 is what we will have. So NP and NP will cancel, I will have Q is equal to 144 divided by 244, okay, 244 right, this 2.4. This is 2.4, not 2.244, this is 2.4, okay, this is 2.4. So I can write this as what, I can write this as 144 by 240, I can write it, because I can write this as 240. Now what I can do, 12 what is it, 12 tens is 120, 12 20s are 12 20s are 4 3s are 4 5s are. So if you will get Q is equal to what, 3 by 5. If you get Q, definitely I can find out P. We know that P plus Q is equal to 1, that implies P is equal to what, 1 minus Q. So P is equal to what, 1 minus Q is what, Q is 3 by 5, that implies P is equal to 5 minus 3, 2 by 5, we got 2 by 5. Now put values of P and Q in equation 2. So we will get what? So NPQ NPQ is equal to what? 1.44. Okay, NPQ is equal to what? 1.44. So N into P is what, friends? P is 2 by 5. Q is what? 3 by 5. That is equal to 1.44. I can write it as 144 by 100. So N is equal to what? 144 into 5 into 5 is 25 divided by 100 into 3 2s are 6. So 25 ones are 25 4s are. This is 6 ones are 6, 6 24s are. Okay, 6 2s are 12, 24s are. Now 4 ones are 4 6s are. We got what? N is equal to 6. We got what? N is equal to 6. We got what? N is equal to 6, friends. We got what? N is equal to 6. Now what we have to do? Now let us go to the next page. N is equal to 6. We got. Now we have to find out. Now we have to find out. Now P of, what is it that we are having? P of, we have to find out P of x greater than 1, x greater than 1, but less than or equal to 4. X greater than 1, less than or equal to 4 means we have to find P of x. X greater than 1 means P of x is equal to 2, okay, plus P of x is equal to 3. Less than or equal to 4 means x is equal to 4 also we can find out. P of x is equal to 4. We can find out. Now this will become what? This will become x is equal to 2 means this will become n is equal to 6 na. So 6c2 into 2 by 5. See here. Here let us set the formula. We know that P of x is equal to r means that is equal to P of x is equal to r means that is nothing but equal to NCR into P to the power of r into Q to the power of n minus r. Okay, Q to the power of n minus r. Therefore, this will become what? This implies P of x is equal to 2 means this will become 6c2 to P is what? P is 2 by 5, correct now? 2 by 5 to the power of 2 into Q is what? Q is 3 by 5 to the power of, what is this? 6 minus 2 plus this is what? Here, what about here? Here r is what? Here r is 3. So this will become what? Plus this will become what, friends? If I apply this formula again here r is equal to 3. So this will become what? 6c instead of r, this is 2, 6c2. This will become 6c3, 2 by 5 to the power of 3 into 3 by 5 to the power of, what is this? 6 minus 3 plus. Now r is equal to what? R is equal to 4. So this will become what? 6c4 into 2 by 5 to the power of 4 into 3 by 5 to the power of 6 minus 4. Now if I simplify this, 6c2 into 2 by 5 square. So this will become what? This will become 2 by 5 whole square into 3 by 5. 6 minus 2 is what? 6 minus 2 is 4 plus 6c3 into 2 by 5 whole cube into 3 by 5 into 6 minus 3 is 3 plus 6c4 into 2 by 5 whole to the power of 4 into 3 by 5 into 6 minus 4 is 2. So on solving this, final answer what you will get is, okay, finally on solving this, final answer you will get it as 2268 by 3125. This is the final answer, you will get it. Okay, this calculation you know how to do it. Do the calculation, you will get the answer as 2268 by 3125. Okay, I have to move to the next question. That's why I am skipping the calculation for this question, because you know this calculation, because this formula is important here. Again in this question, this formula is important. They give the Poisson variable in that form, lambda form, you have to do it that way. But here you have to use this formula, clear? When they give NP and NPQ. So again this question is also of the same method you have to follow. Now look at this. Now let us solve this question. They are telling 2019, very important question. They have asked the probability based question. 8 coins are tossed simultaneously. Find the probability of getting 6 sets. Find the probability of getting 6 sets. So this is the question number what? Question number, I think this is 27. So 8 coins are tossed simultaneously. They are asking us to find what? They are asking us to find the probability of getting 6 sets. Okay. So solution. Question number what? This is 27. 27. Okay. Given, what is that? 8 coins are tossed what? Simultaneously. simultaneous, okay, simultaneously, okay. So probability of getting head, probability of getting head, or I can write it as probability of getting H. Out of tail and head, there is probability of getting head means 1 by 2. Probability of getting a tail is what? It is also 1 by 2. Okay. Now they are asking probability of getting at least 6 heads. Okay. Probability of getting at least 6 heads. Therefore, probability of getting at least 6 heads means what I can write it? Therefore, probability of getting at least 6 heads. Probability of getting at least 6 heads means what I can write? Probability of getting at least 6 heads. Probability of getting at least 6 heads means P of x is greater than or equal to 6. That is nothing but equal to what? P of x is greater than or equal to 6 means P of x is equal to 6 plus P of x is equal to 7 plus P of x is equal to, what is it? P of x is equal to 8. But probability of getting a head is what? It is 1 by 2. But how many times it is thrown? 8 times. So that means what? I can write this as 1 by 2 times 8. 1 by 2 times to the power of 8. 1 by 2 times to the power of 8. Okay. 1 by 2 times to the power of 8 into what is this? X is equal to 6 means I can write this as what? 8c6, 8c7 plus 8c8. Okay. 8c6 plus 8c7 plus 8c8. Okay. So this will become what, friends? 1 by 2 to the power of 8. 1 by 2 to the power of 8 means what? 2 to the power of 8 means it is 256, I think. Okay, let me write it as 2 to the power of 8. 8c6 means what? This will become 8c2. Now 8c7 means what? This will become 8c1. 8c8 means what? NCN is nothing but equal to 1. Okay, is nothing but equal to 1. So 8c2. So see here, friends, 1 by 2 to the power of 8 means this is 1 by 256. Okay, 1 by 256. 1 by 256. 8c2. 8c2 means what? What is the value of 8c2, friends? What is the value of 8c2? 8c2 is nothing but 8 into 7 by 2 factorial, that I can write it as what? 8 into 7 by 2. 8c1 is 8 only plus 1. Okay, these two ones are 2 4s. 4 7s are 28. 28 plus 8 is 36. 36 plus 1 is 37. So the answer will be what? 37 by 256 is the final answer, friends. This is the way you have to solve this question. This is the way you have to solve this question, friends. Clear? Clear? This is the way you have to solve this question. Okay, all right. Let us move to the next question. This is question number what? 27. Let us move to the next question. Look at this. They have asked this question multiple times. The mean and variance of a binomial distribution of 4 and 3 respectively. Find the distribution and find what is that? Find the distribution that and find P of x is greater than or equal to 1. P of x is greater than 1. P of x is greater than 1. Okay, they are asking what? P of x is greater than 1. They have given what? Mean and variance of a binomial distribution of 4 and 3 respectively. So this is question number 28. Okay, question number 28. Mean means what? Let me write it directly. NP. This is 4. This be equation 1. NPQ. NPQ. That is what? That is what? Variance. That is 3. That is 3. That is 3. Let this be 2. So let us solve this now. Now they are asking us what? Find P of x greater than 1. P of x greater than 1 they are asking. P of x greater than 1 they are asking. So let us divide 2 by 1. Okay, divide 2 by 1 means this will give us NPQ divided by NP is equal to what? 3 by 4. So NP cancels. Q is equal to what, friends? 3 by 4. So P is equal to what? 1 minus Q. So P is equal to what, friends? 1 minus 3 by 4. That is 4 minus 3 is 1 by 4. P is equal to 1 by 4. Now putting the values of P and Q. Put I can write this as what? Put values of P and Q in equation 2. In equation 2, what will get? Putting the values of P and Q in equation 2, what will get? We will get it as, what is it? NPQ is equal to 3. So N into P is what, friends? P is 1 by 4. Q is what? 3 by 4. That is equal to 3. What I can do? 3 and 3 I can cancel. So N will be equal to what? 4 for the 16. So, I will get what? N is equal to 16. I got what? N is equal to, further I got what? N is equal to 16. I got what? N is equal to 16. Now I have to find what? P of x greater than 1. Okay, P of x greater than 1. I can write it as what? It is nothing but 1 minus P of x greater than 1 means P of x is equal to 0. That is, P of x that should be greater than 1 means I can write it as what? 1 minus P of x is equal to 0. Okay, 1 minus P of x is equal to 0. Okay, the value that should be greater than 1 means it should be I am using what? I am using the negation property, that is P plus P complement is equal to what? P plus P complement is equal to 1. So, P of x greater than 1 is equal to 1 minus P of x is equal to 0. P of x greater than 1 means I have to do 1 minus P of x is equal to 0. I can do it. Okay. What is the value of P of x is equal to 0? So, that means what? This will become equal to what? 1 minus, okay, what is this? 3 by 4. 1 minus 3 by 4 to the power of 16. 1 minus 3 by 4 to the power of 16. This what I will get. Okay. So, how I got this? This is nothing but NC1 P of x. So, NC1 P of x, okay, into Q n minus x. Okay, NC1 P of x Q n minus, what is that? N minus x, n minus 3, that is n minus 3. Okay, n minus 3, this is 3. Or directly I have written it the formula. Okay, you can use this. Already I have told you the formula, 1 minus 3 by 4 to the power of 16. Okay, this is the thing we have to use. So, what is the formula I told you? NC, what is that? NCR P to the power of R, Q to the power of n minus R, that is it. NCR, okay, this what? NCR P to the power of R, Q to the power of n minus R, that is it. NCR P to the power of R, Q to the power of n minus R. So, this will be R is what here, friends? R here is 0, that is what? NC naught, okay, NC naught P to the power of R, this will become what? That is it. Clear? This is the way you have to solve this question. 1 minus 1, this will become 0. 16 minus 1, this will become what? See here, observe carefully. Okay, that is the formula you will be using. Based on that, you will get what? 1 by 3, 4 by 1 minus 3 by 4 to the power of 16. This is the way you have to solve this question, friends. Clear? Okay, the last question for the day. Okay, last question for the day. I hope this is clear. Question number 29. In total actually we have done 30 questions. Okay, on an average 29 questions. Let us see. So, question number, on an average sub questions if you consider, we have done 30 questions. If the difference between mean and variance of a binomial variety is 5 by 9, okay, then find the probability of event of 2 successes when the experiment is conducted 2 times. When the experiment is conducted 2 times, this is what they are asking. Okay, so let us take up the question. When the experiment is conducted, they are asking probability of 2 successes. When the experiment is conducted 5 times. When the experiment is conducted 5 times means 29th question. 5 times means n is equal to 5. They are giving what? The difference between mean and variance. Mean and variance is, mean is what? NP. This is NPQ. Is given to be what? Is given to be 5 by 9. Is given to be 5 by 9. Okay, what I can take common here? NP I can take common. NP if I take common, I will get 1 minus Q. That is equal to what? 5 by 9. We know that P plus Q is equal to 1. Therefore, P plus Q is equal to 1. That implies 1 minus Q means I can write it as just P. So, NP into P is equal to 5 by 9. Okay. So, NP square is equal to 5 by 9. But what is N, friends? N is 5 here. 5P square is equal to 5 by 9. This should be 9, not Q. This should be 9. 5 by 9. So, 5 cancels. So, P square is equal to 1 by 9. P square is equal to 1 by 9. So, that means what? P value will be equal to what? P value will be equal to 1 by 3. Square root of 1 by 9 is 1 by 3. I will get it. So, P value is equal to 1 by 3. So, Q value will be equal to what? Therefore, Q is equal to what? 1 minus 1 by 3. 1 minus 1 by 3, that is 3 minus 1, that is 2 by 3. Q will be equal to 2 by 3. Okay. N value we have was what? 5. Okay. The probability of 2 successes when event is conducted 5 times. Okay, the probability of 2 successes, okay, probability of the event for 2 successes is given by what? P of x is equal to what? P of x is equal to 2. Okay, P of x is equal to 2. Now, probability of event probability of event for 2 successes, is given by what? Is given by what, friends? P of x is equal to 2, that is equal to what? Where n is equal to number of times it is conducted 5 times, out of that 2 times it is successful, that is the formula is what? X is equal to 2e. Here r is what? R is 2, so this will become what? NC, what is that? This I can write it as what? Okay, we know that. I will write the formula. P of x is equal to r means we write it as what? NCR p to the power of r q to the power of n minus r. So therefore here P of x is equal to 2 means what? Here r is 2, n is 5. This is 5c 2 p to the power of 2 into q to the power of n minus r. N minus 2 means that is 5 minus 2, that is we will write it like this. So 5c2 into p is what, friends? P is 1 by 3 whole square into q is what? 2 by 3. Q is what? 2 by 3. Okay, 5 minus 2 means that is 3. Okay, that is 3. So 5c2 is what? 5 into 4 by 2. 1 by 3 whole square is 1 by 9. 2 cube is 8. 3 cube is 27. This is what we have. Okay, this is what we have. Now see here, 2 ones are 2 twos are. Okay, 2 ones are 2 twos are. What else I can do? 10 into 8. 80 by 243. 80 by 243. This is P of x is equal to 2. This is P of x is equal to 2. This is 80 by 243. This is the way you have to solve this question, friends. So questions on random variables and probability distribution are fairly simple. Based on this formula only you are getting. Please remember this formula, highly important, and the formula which I told when it comes to the value of E. When they give the lambda, using a lambda how to find, I told you. Okay, P of x is equal to r is equal to e power minus lambda to the power of 4 by r factorial. That's it. Then this formula we have to use it. Okay, all right. So that's all. When it comes to VSAQs, we are completely done with it. Okay, I wish you all the very best for tomorrow's exam. I hope most of the questions or most of the concepts from these questions will come in the examination. Please be careful and be calm. Okay, and the way or the priority to attempt the questions is first you do the LAQs, that is 7 marks questions, then SAQs, that is 4 marks question, then VSAQs, that is 2 marks question. This is the part 2 of the syllabus of 2A. Part 1 is already done. Please watch that if you want, but please revise this once again, the questions that we have done, and go to the examination. All the very best, do well, and we will meet tomorrow for 2B VSAQs. Thank you, take care, wish you all the very best again. Okay, do well, and like I told, EAP set crash course is starting from 16 March, both for BPC and also MPC, and NEET UG crash course is also starting from March 16. Okay, thank you, take care.